Make sure it starts over here.
Finally got GarageBand on here.
Gandalf over here.
Huh? Updated.
Oh, really?
I guess I hadn't updated it.
Gandalf was getting high. This is nicotine.
Smoking a little bit of pipe weed.
Just kidding, it's crack.
Are you freebasing? You basing over there?
Feel the hairs on my head.
You can't be
bro.
basing.
Damn it, Bobby.
Let's get
You're
this
basing
going.
again?
Yeah. Are you a doper?
I thought that was gum.
You taking that weed?
Maybe.
This kid at work the other day brought me one of those cake pens, you know, the weed pens.
Yeah.
He was like, hit this, and I didn't realize that those actually worked really well. And so I hit it really hard, and I was coughing my ass off, and I was fucking way
Went to
too
outer
high
space.
for a couple hours. Yeah, I was like, oh shit.
They're pretty decent
Forgot what I was
for
doing.
what they are.
Yeah, for a pen, I was
Yeah.
not expecting that.
All right, I think we're all ramped up. Everything seems to be synced. Let's do this. We're not going to need that track, so let me erase it. Here we go. There's no fancy intro here. It's just going and going.
Cool.
Because I made this late. I thought I had it ready. And then I went in to piss. And while I was pissing, I was like, I haven't opened Logic yet. Shoot. Here we go.
This episode of the
Last Kicker
is brought to you by
Geist
Note.
and
Victor Wrench.
and Plastic Object.
This program contains graphic material, including offensive language. Viewer discretion is advised.
Show number 463. It is March 8th, 2238.22. Happy Tuesday, Matt.
Happy Tuesday, Dustin.
We have a full room tonight, and it's been a while since we've had a full room.
Yeah, I usually hate these shows.
And you usually hate
Like, if
everybody
it's
that's
only-
involved in these shows.
Yeah, if it's
You're
over,
like, fuck
if
all
it's
these
over
people in here.
3 people, then my ADD's too much. It's too much.
Well, later we may have to play Fuck, Marry, Kill with the guest in here, and you can
Or you can
You
invite your
break it down.
neighbors after they're done rehearsing.
just
Just flood the whole.
go 8.
Yeah.
Insane.
Nut to butt in here. 2 man per microphone.
2 man per microphone.
Yes. Rubbing tips.
There-
Tips, not tits.
A RedTube video about that?
I don't know. Lemon party?
I haven't been to a lemon party in forever. I've been invited to
I
any
didn't know
lemon
you used to
parties
go to
lately.
that.
Did you? Yeah.
I didn't know
there's
you were
a
a
time.
frequenter of lemonparty.com.
Well, happy Tuesday, guys. This is going to be insane going around the table
Which one you
here.
looking for,
So,
man?
happy Tuesday, Sammy.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday, Mike.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday, Chase.
Happy Tuesday, down.
And happy Tuesday, Joe.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday, Joe.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday, Sammy.
Hey, happy Tuesday.
Michael, happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
Jeffrey, sir, happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to you.
Well, how you boys doing tonight?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
This is the week. This is the week.
Oh, yeah.
The week. to
The
end all
week
weeks.
Chase has been planning on for how long?
Over a
Couple-
year.
yeah, a couple
long,
years.
long time.
At least a year? Over a year?
Yeah.
Almost a year, I think. For a while.
Yeah, pretty close to a year.
Y'all were in here over a year and a half ago.
And it was booked then.
It was booked. It was
It
booked.
might have
then.
been.
It was.
I'm glad they kept the date for you.
Yeah, did y'all send out save the dates? Like it was a wedding?
We did.
Invitations.
Please,
to
save the
everybody.
They were very tasteful.
In a year and a half, we're gonna release a record. I need you to be there.
FYI.
It's continuous. Click the button. Click the button. Click the button.
Click it
Click it. Click it now.
or get a ticket.
Gonna crank everybody all
That's
the way
our
up.
PSA for the whole show. Click it or ticket.
It's a call to action. Click it.
Yes.
Tonight is also kind of weird because it's the 6-year anniversary of Mean Motors Scooter's first appearance.
I just got a Facebook memory that we were here 6 years ago to the day for the first time, the three of us.
Pretty
Some-
crazy.
Long time ago, man.
There's some weird symmetry to all this, huh?
Yeah.
There is for sure.
If you're into symmetry and numerology and astrology and genealogy,
There's some
And
kind of
geology.
pattern
there's something going on.
Biology.
And biology and bifurcated penises. There's something weird going on.
That was
there.
last week.
Oh yeah, that was last week. And I'd like to say
That was your band last week.
I'd like to apologize to everybody that sent me text messages this week wondering what the fuck was going on last week.
I didn't even listen. It hurt my brain being involved in it, just being here.
I had a ton of text messages going, "What the fuck happened at the end?"
I forgot what happened.
Exactly. You're trying to defend baseball, and all of us are just pissing all over you as you're making a subtle cry to save the baseball season.
We ended the show on a baseball
You-
on the topic of baseball.
You were trying to be all into baseball and how much you love baseball and everything, but we just kept
And then went into AIDS.
talking about all the different players that had AIDS and why they had AIDS. And then
Sounds like quality podcasting.
then Jessie Fry said she made a beer out of her period blood, and that ended the show.
Yeah,
Done.
it's about right when those guys come over.
That's what happened. So this is my apology.
The peen show.
Yeah.
The tone peens. But it was fun. From
I
what I
guess.
remember.
I don't remember it. I had a headache the
I
next
just
day.
got ripped.
I got ripped too.
Yeah.
We had little boy penis.
Yeah.
Spraying whiskey in
I
all
stayed
of our
away
mouths.
from the little boy's penis. I knew better than that.
No one seems to appreciate this for the studio.
I
Joe,
like
you
it.
did.
I do.
You like
yeah.
it?
I like it very
I
much.
just don't like the name.
Little Wizard.
Little wizard.
No, little boy's penis. Your name
Oh.
you gave it.
should I stick with the Little Wizard?
That's probably better.
Yeah.
It's more woke. If you
Let's
call
go
it the
with that.
wizard
Yeah, let's
The
go with
than
Wizard.
the little boy's penis.
But then everybody thinks wizard. Like, are you saying little
The
wizard?
wizard.
It sounds
Wizard.
like wizard. When you
Wizard.
say it.
How about the
yeah.
little pisser?
Little wizard?
The little pisser.
Yeah, little pisser. There you go.
You gonna take a shot in your mouth?
Why does he have a steampunk dick,
Oh.
by the way?
Dude,
He's got a steampunk dick.
I don't know. I tried to
It's
find one of
for
those.
Cleanliness.
Throw in the
You remember when we had the little penises out here for straws that someone left? Probably Sheridan
Sounds
sorry?
right.
and Cruella. They left a bunch of little penises everywhere.
Oh,
little
that's right.
Straw penises. I tried to find one to slide on there so that way this
They would
big
have balls.
pink engorged penis on the end of that little
Jeez.
silver thing. I thought that'd make it great, but
I love the idea.
I mean, if that's what you want to do with your life, and your whiskey.
that's the only way I'll drink my whiskey now. I'm gonna carry that around
Instead
with
of
me
a
empty.
flask,
He's a changed man.
instead
Every-
of a flask,
yeah.
you carry that around.
Yeah, and every bar I go to, it'll be empty. I'll walk in. I'll say, "Hey, look, it's empty,"
Put all my shots in there.
and I'll be like, "Can you put my drink in this?"
Yeah.
And gotta make sure the batteries are
Definitely,
charged. Gotta make sure everything works.
Might start a trend. You never know.
Good. You never know. You never know.
Might be the thing.
Probably just be asked to leave.
Yeah.
That's probably what will happen.
Yeah.
Is or
Just leave.
no, you can't bring that in there.
Get this out of
Can you
here.
Sorry,
imagine?
this isn't an Applebee's.
Kevin at Mass just being no, that's not happening.
This is Chili's. We don't do that here, sir.
Such
I think
You
you're
got to go to
looking for-
Applebee's for that.
Family restaurant.
Oh, Applebee's. Well, I'm glad you all made it here. Traffic sucked today. Did any of
Sure
y'all
did.
get sucked into
No.
the presidential bullshit?
just a
It's
little
fine
bit,
coming
just
this
a
way.
little
I
bit.
didn't even know.
Where'd he land? At Meacham
I know it.
or Alliance?
The Air Force
At
Base.
the-
Oh, the Air Force Base.
Naval Air Station. Yeah.
Yeah.
Landed there and then drove to southeast
Texas
Fort
Billiards.
Worth. Stopped by Texas
Saw
Billiards.
by Texas Billiards got stabbed.
Yeah. Went down
Even
to
even the
Southeast
Secret
Fort Worth.
Service can't protect you at Texas Parade.
No, yeah, they're out.
The first person to meet him off the plane, though, was Maddie Parker,
Oh yeah.
our new little mayor,
Hi.
who I saw yesterday because I was working outside of her office.
Lurking
cool.
outside of her office.
I was stalking outside of her office, looking in the window.
Taking photos.
Yeah.
What was Biden? What did Biden come in for? Is he still here?
No, he
Spending
already
the night.
he already took off, but he was here to go to the
President
VA.
Beer-
Presidents don't
beers?
stay the night in DFW anymore.
Yeah. they
That's,
got
did
that
he go to
message back
Dallas?
in 64,
Yeah.
63.
Did he go to Dallas or did he just stay in Fort Worth?
He
Funky
left
town.
there, drove down to the VA hospital, which is down by the
Yeah.
Miller
Mhm.
Coors plant down
Right.
there on that side of town,
Yes.
and stopped by Rock Dogs, Legends, whatever it's called, had a beer,
watched a band
a
play. Watch
Bucks.
Whiskey Dick.
watched Whiskey Dick play a quick set. He wanted to catch some Wookiee pussy before he got back on the road and headed back to Washington. But he went down there to talk at the VA hospital about burn pits, because that's how he thinks his son got cancer, was
Yeah.
the burn pits over in Afghanistan burning
Yeah.
trash and tires and shit. So he went down there to talk at the VA hospital. Why Fort Worth? I don't know.
Is that one of the
the news-
larger VA hospitals though in the country?
I thought the one in Dallas was huge.
I don't know, man. I've never been to a VA hospital,
I'm not.
so
a
I've
VA.
heard they suck though.
Me either.
Wouldn't want to go.
Yeah, I've heard they're
No,
gnarly.
yeah.
Yeah,
Voluntarily.
they're not supposed to be great.
Yeah, I heard that line is really bad.
I've taken some hydrocodones from the VA hospital though that someone gave me.
I don't know statute of limitations.
No,
Is that
I'm
on that?
way out on that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I was like the police presence. I worked by the Air Force Base today, or I worked at Northside, and the police presence was insane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they take that serious.
Like
They,
15-mile radius around the base, there was police. They brought in police from Dallas and even towns south and east of Dallas to cover like Benbrook.
yeah.
Anywhere Air Force One flew over, there was a massive police presence.
Yeah, I bet.
And I probably counted.
Get all these crazy
I don't
people
know,
in Texas with
30
missile launchers and like bazookas and stuff that could show up.
Yeah, Texas is known for their bazooka
Bazookas.
ratio.
Yeah. The-
High
for
bazooka
every
ratio.
one citizen, there are 3 bazookas. It's a fact not a lot.
Remember
of
the
people know.
bazooka gum? Is that even still around?
Bazooka
still?
Joe? Shit, yeah, you can get Bazooka
Yeah.
Joe
Yeah.
still.
There's some good
That's
jokes.
delicious.
That's a good joke series
Same-
going
yeah,
on.
it
Same
is.
good joke.
Same comics from the 40s.
Good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was good.
That make no sense.
Yeah, they make no sense by
Today,
modern.
What a
I don't know.
what are these
shit.
words they're using?
Morning, ladies. Is that one of the jokes?
But my question is, he flew in today. How much does this cost? Like,
A lot.
so there were two
Yeah, probably a
C1
lot.
there were two C-130s that landed this morning that unloaded the limos.
Hmm.
And there's 2 limos and there's like 6 Secret Service vehicles, right? That
Yeah.
travel with them.
But then
And-
there's an advance team that shows up like a week before. So I've
Yeah.
I've worked a presidential protective detail before, and it legitimately was 300 people like involved.
How
in it.
much does that cost?
That's got to be
A lot.
up there.
That's a lot. I
Okay.
don't know the number.
If you don't mind
but-
me asking, how much were you getting paid at the time? And then we'll inflate it.
Not much. I was like a FS1 or something like that, FS2. So I wasn't getting paid much.
Is it hourly or salary?
It's salary.
It is, okay.
Yeah.
Do you get a per diem?
If it was, if
you got a per
were
diem and then
to guess
travel
on
pay.
inflation, what would it be?
For what I was making,
Or for whatever
what
these guys would be making. What do you think these guys make?
Well, so I think most Secret Service agents back in the day, especially if you're doing the travel detail, you're probably pulling down about 100 a year
times 300.
times 300.
So there's your 3 mil.
Yeah.
yeah.
You have,
But that's for an entire year. So, but
but still,
yeah.
I mean, he's doing this all year. He's
And
flying
that's-
everywhere.
and that's what I guess. There's a whole contingent of them that's all they do is just be an advanced team from location to location.
2 C-130s
Hmm. Plus gas.
plus gas, and then you have the vehicles that are in it, however much they
I
cost.
wouldn't
But they
be-
travel from president to president. They don't change them up.
Yeah, don't quote me, but I wouldn't be surprised. It was like $5 million just
Yeah,
for him
just
to
to
touch
come in.
down.
For him to be here for 3 hours, 4 hours.
That'd be my guess.
That's
I mean, there's-
steep
And
talent
that's all
fee.
taxpayer money. That's our money.
There's legitimately probably 10 to 40 people who come in for a full 4 to 5 days ahead of time. It's setting stuff up and coordinating with local law enforcement, stuff like that. And then his protective details probably got a good 100 people on it.
Then you count local police, because that's out of our money. That's tax money.
Mm-hmm.
This thing's fucking ridiculous for him to come talk for 3 hours over shit. Like, he didn't need to come here. In the biggest VA hospital, like in Virginia or something like that, couldn't he have gone there and made a bigger splash?
I think he's getting out though right now because of the poll numbers are pretty bad. So he's probably going to do this more in the next leading up to the midterms, I imagine.
I was watching Channel 8's live footage of him landing and everything, and
They cut into Jeopardy.
maybe that may be while we were watching it later, and I think you're right. They cut into Jeopardy.
Yeah.
But they were saying he's here because this is a battleground county now. This is a big
Tarrant County?
Tarrant County is now a big battleground county in the country.
I think the whole state of Texas is.
In what way?
Because we're so close to going, like we're sitting in the
About to be
purple line
purple.
right now. We're on the purple line, but it's the fight between being red or full blue.
Gotcha.
So that's why he came here. That's what they kept speculating. And whoever the girl was, I don't know who she was, but she was the one that was out there at the Air Force Base. Every 30 seconds, she had to talk about how big Air Force One was. Like she's never seen a 747 before.
Yeah.
It's so big. Oh my God, it's so big. And I thought about trying to find clips of that and editing them down in a bad way.
Yeah.
But she was freaking out about how big this plane was. It's like, you've never gone to DFW? I mean, there's probably 30 747s that fly out of there a day.
Can you believe it?
It's so fucking big. Oh my! Well, she didn't say
big.
fucking, but it's so big. And when you're standing here, it's so massive and huge, and you wouldn't believe it.
I wonder if all the local affiliates cut in to Jeopardy?
I think they did, because I think Jeopardy's broadcast on every channel at the same time
Yeah.
every day.
That's how TV works.
Yep.
They're like Wendy Williams and Jeopardy. They have to cut into.
Oh, didn't she quit or retire? Or
Did she?
yeah, I think so.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that sucks. I used to
Oh,
watch
shit.
that.
What the fuck?
She was nuttier than a fruit bar, man. She was crazy.
Yeah, she had to give up her show.
Didn't she have a little crack problem too?
Big crack problem. One little.
I think she enjoyed the crack.
You think that's what made her short circuit on her show?
Probably.
I would say so.
Who?
Wendy
Usually
Williams.
that does that to people.
Wendy Williams?
Yeah, she had a talk show.
She was wild.
Wendy Williams.
Wendy Williams.
Wendy Williams.
Yeah.
You never
look
watch
up,
her?
man.
Mm-mm. I don't watch TV.
I haven't either.
If you haven't had cable in the last 15 years, you probably might not know who she is. Or I mean,
They're
like,
not streaming
if
it
you
on
haven't-
Netflix?
I thought she came on regular broadcast.
Oh, that's what I
now.
mean. But
Yeah.
Chase hasn't watched broadcast TV since he was a child, I'm sure.
I want your life.
Just DVD.
Just watch just DVDs of Kroll.
Blu-rays,
man.
Yeah,
Right
just
here.
watching Kroll over
Kroll.
and over and over again.
Nightbreed.
1 year for Christmas.
Oh
he
yeah,
gave
there's like a
everyone
meme
copy
about
of
her looking
Kroll.
like one of the.
That's the perfect gift.
What was it? They like compared.
I
her
mean,
to
everyone needs
the
Kroll.
Morlocks and
We weren't
Time
complaining
Machine.
about it, but
Oh, yeah?
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
when he went to
pretty-
go pick
pretty
them up,
fucked up.
they wouldn't let him
What?
buy more than like 5 or 6 copies at once.
It looks like her boobies are huge.
Oh yeah, that's right. In the chat room, Air Force One also has a backup,
Yeah.
Air Force Two?
which sits
Yeah.
at Meacham a lot of times.
Yeah.
You can go by Meacham all the time and see it just sitting there waiting, since we're the middle of the country.
What would you like, Sammy?
Oh, just whatever.
Can you
Dealer's
give me
choice? I don't think there's any more of those, but I'll get you something.
Just something that you think I like, not too heavy,
something with alcohol in it? You know.
preferably. Yeah.
Can you get me that, please?
So I wanted to ask you guys: did anybody go see the Batman this weekend?
No,
I want to.
I wish.
I heard
Next
that it was
week.
like based off Kurt Cobain somehow. It
No
was
spoilers.
Inspired, like the movie was like somehow. Yeah, I don't know. I thought that was weird too.
So
They gave him
uh,
like that's
didn't
where you
the
get the
director say
edginess.
that?
comes
Catwoman's
from.
Courtney Love, and
He
is this how we work it
inspired
out?
the movie somehow. I don't know how. and I haven't seen it.
The director is
Well,
one
they
that
used
said that, right?
I think in the trailer they actually
Catwoman
used
is
Something's
Courtney
in the Way
Love.
or something.
They
didn't
did, yeah, they did.
So, and that, yeah, the director, that's what we talked about this
He
on
has
the
a
show a while
suicide
back.
note. He's like,
This is good.
Is it?
Fade away.
We did talk
Whatever.
about that.
Yeah, we did.
Better to burn out than fly away.
Oh yeah, that is. Really
I think
good.
he. Everybody loved the response to Joker, and so they decided just to turn it, keep it there
Show
in
the
that dark area.
darkness.
So I've heard from a ton of people this weekend that it's the best Batman
That's
ever.
what I keep hearing too, and I wouldn't doubt it because I mean Robert Pattinson is really
Yeah.
good.
Did they? End
He's
the
a good actor.
movie?
If you get past the Twilight bullshit,
Yeah,
and which it was shitty acting
he's done
because
so many
of
good
shitty
movies.
writing.
Yeah,
Speak for yourself.
look at
Twilight was
Cosmopolis.
awesome.
I mean, he killed it in that movie, and that other Good Time movie was really good too.
It's kind of like Hayden Christensen that played Anakin in the prequels of Star Wars.
Oh yeah,
Like that writing was super shitty for him.
not his
Hey,
fault.
did-
But you see him in other movies. He's a good actor.
Yeah, he was in a
Yeah,
John
he can do
Carpenter movie.
yeah.
Oh,
or the
John
guy-
Carpenter. Oh, look at that! I'm talking about John Carpenter. Holy shit!
Holy shit! We
that-
woke up Chase.
That only took
Oh,
5 minutes.
Yeah,
All
he was
right.
he was the newspaper boy in the Mouth of Madness.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's a good actor, but then I mean, Lucas wrote shitty dialogue for him, so he
Yeah.
acted shitty. He acted like a robot, you know.
Yeah.
The
I
same
need
thing
good
with
direction.
Pattinson with Twilight. I mean,
I mean, he did what he was supposed to do in Twilight.
and made bank off of it.
Yeah,
He made a shit ton of money out of that.
yeah, it worked.
Not even the younglings survive.
Not even the younglings.
I want to go see it. Maybe we should have an outing where all of us go see it
I would
together.
love that. Yeah,
That'd be
I'd
cool.
love that.
A toasty
Yeah.
night.
Yeah,
That'd be
That'd be
fun.
sweet.
I'd totally be down. We all go and just. I've heard it's 3 hours long,
Oof.
but everybody that's
That's
seen it
long.
Yeah, that's very long.
has said that it doesn't feel like 3 hours.
Really?
Like
Yeah.
it blows through it, and there's so much stuff going on that it's good.
Yeah, it's-
And they, I watched the Manchester Derby this weekend with Dante over at Upper 90,
Mm-hmm.
and he went
Who
and
won
saw
that?
it opening night. Yeah, Man City did. Of course they should. But we were talking about it, and he said that it's fast paced. If you like the Arkham Asylum games,
I did.
which I love,
Yeah, those were awesome.
that's what it's like. It's like watching all the cinematics in an Arkham Asylum game.
That's
It's
I don't
like-
know if I've
cool.
played that.
So
A little bit. I'll throw
he's
a
like
little
it's
bit of
it's more Bat Detective than Bat.
Like action,
like
kind of
whoop
like
ass.
it
And
has
they don't
more
have to-
story and drama to it.
There's a little bit of a rehash of where he came from,
Mm-hmm.
but
They
we don't
really-
have to
we've
do
heard
the
that
whole story. We're
before.
done.
Yeah,
We don't
can
have to
move
see him
on
fall
from
through the
that.
cave and the bats show up.
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
like, "Ah, Dad!
I'm terrified.
The
of
tornado of bats.
He looks in the cave and he's like, "Oh my god!" And he's like, "Oh, my parents died
the
by the Joker."
corniest
Ah!
part of the whole
No.
story.
Not again.
We know your parents are dead. We know why.
Walks
You were given
out
a
of
ton
the
of money.
Theater, and
Let's
that's
move
been-
on.
That
Yeah.
has been done before.
Pearl necklace.
Whoa.
Whoa!
What
You guys-
Batman was that?
You just-
what?
Oh, a
Is
pearl
that the
necklace.
B sides of the Batman DVD?
Batman
Yeah,
Triple
no,
X
Robin.
the parody.
Batman
He
and Robin.
steals
You
the
guys-
mom's
you guys-
pearl necklace.
Yeah, the mom's pearl necklace. He
Oh,
I
yeah,
just
that's
watched
right.
it today.
breaks
That's why
it
I
off
remember
of-
that.
So yeah, and
So he wasn't giving a pearl necklace; he was taking one.
Well, I mean,
The guy that
probably,
killed the
I mean,
parents.
That doesn't
was
sound any
taking
better.
it, yeah.
Bruce only saw what he wanted to see. You know.
Yeah.
Don't we all,
He only
Chase?
saw what
Don't
he
we
wanted to
all?
see.
So if Bruce is cruising around the Batmobile and ZZ Top's pearl necklace
Got a
comes
pearl
on,
necklace.
does he
He's
lose
gonna
his
start
shit?
crying.
Does he start
Yeah.
crying?
Immediately.
Flashbacks.
No.
And if he sees a bat, it's over.
That sounds like a good movie. ZZ Top, Batman.
That's the next one.
That's
Dude,
the next
dude.
one.
Yeah.
Show him cruising, and he's just
ZZ
playing.
That
Top
dude
is the
Lynch-
inspiration for the next
Leonard
one.
Skinner, Batman. Hi, gosh.
This Batman is based off Freebird.
Southern Batman.
Southern Batman.
He's based off the coast of Florida in this one.
Southern Batman don't need him around in the house.
Dealing with the Miami cocaine trade.
There we go.
With an appearance by Tom Petty. At random. Oh shit! Yeah, I want to go see it. So yeah, maybe
I
we
do
should all
too.
link
I
up.
do
Yeah.
Link up.
Let's
I
do
nearly
it.
went and saw it
Let's
this
stop the
weekend,
show and just go.
but- Okay, let's
it.
go. All right,
That's
later.
it, guys.
We're done.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I wanted to throw out there was the show you and I love starts tomorrow, or comes out on Netflix. I don't know if all of it comes out at once, but The Last Kingdom is back.
Oh, it is?
tomorrow.
Oh man, it's gonna get in. Well, I'm wrapping up Vikings, Valhalla, anyway, so that'll be perfect timing.
Which you and I spent like an hour talking about before the show.
It's a good show. It's very good.
I'm gonna go check it out.
Yeah, especially if you're into ancient pagan Viking rituals, because there's some of it in it. But we're gonna do some more Netflix talks.
We can.
Because have you watched Kanye's documentary yet?
I watched the
good. It's
first
good
episode.
stuff. Yeah,
It's like 8 parts.
I think it's like
so
4,
embarrassing.
3 or 4. Yeah,
That first one,
I
is
finished it.
pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Like I'm not a Kanye fan. I'll listen to some of his songs because they're bangers. They're club bangers.
He
I mean,
does have some good songs.
yeah.
Yeah,
like I'll shake my ass to him.
all that producer work, man. Though
When I think
God,
of Dustin, I
that
think of
ride-
club bangers.
Or
Yeah.
drive, that Drive Slow song.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
always have it on a playlist somewhere.
And
that was
then
on
the
Drive
Stronger.
Slow?
You gotta have that on a playlist with Daft Punk where he ripped that
Oh,
and
yeah,
sampled
yeah.
that.
Drive
yeah.
Slow. That was on the College Dropout. Or was
I
that on
don't
one after it?
know. I'm not sure.
That is a
It
good
was
one.
a
though.
long time ago. It
That
was
is a
like 10
very
years
long
ago.
time ago.
He's really good at what he does, and being a producer as long as he was, as he has been, he's
I didn't
made
know how
some
much
badass
he
shit.
got dicked over.
But that first episode, him getting dicked over and over and over.
Yeah.
I understand why he's fucking egotistical and chaotic now.
Yeah, you see
I
why
think
he has the
thinks
chip on
that
his
he
shoulder.
has to be that way in order to survive in the industry that he's in and the world that he's in. He feels like it's a
100%.
defense in a way that he's able. Like if he wasn't like that, then he couldn't be him.
Yeah.
And I think that's so he's just like claiming that like this is mine. This is who I am.
There's I don't know if this is spoiler alert, but there's one part where his buddy stops filming him because he's real manic.
Mm-hmm.
And he's talking to some business guys, and they're just looking at him like, "Oh my gosh!" And so his buddy just shuts off the fucking cameras, like, "I couldn't film this."
It was pretty uncomfortable the scene, and this is another spoiler. When they go to Rockefeller, and he just barges in there,
into rooms,
and
yeah.
he's putting his CD
like
in
that,
people's
though, man.
boom boxes, and they're just kind of like,
Okay,
okay,
Yeah.
and they just kind of go around business as usual, and he's rapping to him, and she's like, "I gotta take this call."
Get someone on the phone for me.
Yeah, and he goes room to room.
he goes to
rapping
like 3
everybody,
people.
That's so funny.
and at the end, he's just kind of like, you just see this defeat in his eyes, like he thought he was gonna shock them and be like, "This is gonna be
Chase,
the
you know what that
changing
feels
point."
like?
Yeah, he thought he was going to be
He's
the
like,
biting off the
"Huh,
head of the bat,
Yeah,
like Ozzy.
CDs.
But it gets good. The rest of it's
Yeah.
really good too.
I'm
Yeah, it's a very good series.
I'm excited for the next points or the next episodes. I've heard some stuff about them, and I'm
I
interested
need to
to
watch
see.
it. I haven't seen it.
It's good.
It's
It's very good.
It's
If
pretty
you're into
good.
music and
It's
all that
pretty good.
shit,
I
you,
saw a couple
you'll dig it.
like documentary music things recently that I liked a lot. So maybe I like that one.
What have you seen recently?
I saw the one on Juice World. It was really good.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw, which I didn't really care for his music or anything, but fuck, what was that dude's name? Lil Peep. I saw that one.
Is that by the
I've-
same guys
I've-
that did the Woodstock on HBO?
That was a good one
maybe?
too, though.
what's
That
the little
music
Peep
box
one
or whatever?
like? Because I've thought about watching that
was
just
a
because
really good
it's like
story.
Wasn't he like homeless and stuff? And
It was basically like he combined these two genres and changed music in a really big way.
Yeah.
And then died really young. I mean, that
yeah,
was the gist of it. But it was a really interesting story, and it I felt it. I was like, man, this is heart wrenching to see that.
I've seen the trailers. I'm like, man, that looks kind of interesting because it looks like a lot of home video footage and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm all into that, the whole voyeur thing. I missed the boat on him though. Like that was my my daughter was talking about her, and then my girlfriend's son that was living with us at the time was all really upset when he
really?
died and stuff. And I was like, man, I don't even know who this kid is.
Yeah, I remember a lot of people were making fun of him when he died. And
He OD'd, right?
Yeah, he OD'd on like a bad Xanax. It had fentanyl,
Fentanyl in it.
and he took one.
Fucking fentanyl.
Yeah, and it showed actually footage on the documentary of his dead body. Like,
Oh, really?
Oh,
he was
Jesus
white as
Christ.
a goat. Yeah, he was like this and his head back, and he was just white. I mean, he looked terrible. And then they
Who
just
the
put
fuck
him,
shot
Isn't that a little
they
disrespectful
were
to like?
they were
put
at a
him-
party, and so they were just like footaging, and then they got to him and stopped for a second, and then just kept going. But then what they did was they just put him in a bed in the back of the trailer, like, he's going to sleep now. And then they're like,
He's not
hey,
waking
we
up.
need to check on him. Somebody that was supposed to be watching him. And then they did. And they're like, oh, fuck. Like,
That's
he's
all
dead.
on the
Yeah.
documentary?
That's all
on
on
it?
there,
Oh, my
yeah.
gosh.
That's
Holy
terrible.
crap!
It's really hard to see. But
Is it
it's
one
like,
episode?
It's a movie. So it's
Oh,
like,
it is?
Yeah, it's like an hour and a half or something.
I have to check that out.
It's
Definitely.
a good watch.
Now, he was the he was the original SoundCloud rapper, right?
He was one of the bigger ones. Yeah, he was like, I think, leading that movement at the time. Like
Yeah.
that whole, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, definitely. He combined. I think what he did was he kind of combined like the whole emo thing that happened with hip hop, and then it just took off in a really big. And that's kind of what Juice WRLD was doing too, and a lot of SoundCloud rappers and a lot of music that's happening right now. And you even see it happening in like mainstream hip hop too, a little bit. And it's like, wow, that's pretty. And I mean, when you think about it, like any great influential artist,
The
that's
industry
what they
starts
did.
imitating.
I mean, they combine these genres, and it just caught on like a fire. And it's really cool to see like the modern version of that, you know. But they're being spit out like by the handful, and they're dying like 23, 22.
Yeah, the benzo thing is big on their motif, and fentanyl is laced in pretty much fucking everything. Like the
The whiskey.
just yeah, and the whizzer. But
it's coming out the whizzer.
yeah, so it's sad how many of those guys have died because of
So
I think
things being
with
laced
Juice
with
WRLD,
fentanyl.
it was just like he was taking he was drinking syrup was his thing.
Scissor.
And and well, he would tell his guy like, hey, fill me up 4 ounces or however much, like basically a full Sprite can of syrup.
Holy shit!
And they would like, no, fuck that, I'm not going to do that. So they give him like this much. But then when he was by himself, he thinks this is how much I need to get high, so he would fill it up like this, and then it ended up killing him.
Good lord!
That's
Yeah.
how I mean. Lil Wayne's been in the hospital a couple of times because of filling his scissor
It's
too
the,
much. That
toxicity
that's-
level.
yeah.
It's not about how high you're getting. The toxicity level
It's
on
insane.
syrup is really high, and you start to have like seizures and shit.
Yeah, that
Yep.
Juice WRLD is a music box one. Where was the Little Peep one?
It was on Netflix, I think.
That one's on Netflix.
Yeah.
So that whole scissor thing, did you know that started pretty much in Houston? Like it's Atlanta
Yeah.
gets a lot of
Yeah.
credit, but it's apparently like that whole scene down in Houston that Paul Wall and all those guys have been doing that forever.
It gets prescribed down here more too.
Yeah.
And it's a cheaper pharmaceutical that people can afford. That's a painkiller, and so
I know friends that used to go
or
down
was
there
before
just
it became
Scissor?
a fad. Yeah.
just
Yeah.
for it because that was the, the starting ground where it all initiated at was
Codeine
They
and
would drive down
promethazine.
there and they'd scissorp and robotrip and all that crap, and you're like,
Yeah.
I traded
I
a
don't
girl
wanna do
when I worked
other
at the
kind of
radio
stuff.
station. I traded a girl a dildo for her bottle of codeine and made scissor.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Yeah.
I mean, scissor's great.
Hmm.
It does.
Went down to
that's all you
Shreveport.
traded? You didn't
Dildos
watch her
are
use it or
expensive.
anything?
No, she didn't even go on the trip with us.
No,
Yeah.
I would have at least mixed that in.
We would find like our friends' old syrup bottles under the cabinet. They'd be in sports or whatever, and they'd just be sitting there because they'd just get prescribed and not use them forever. And that's how we would usually get ours. Just
That
old
high tech.
friends leave them under the cabinets and stuff.
That's how I have like 700 Adderall in the house because I just keep refilling my prescription even though I don't need it.
They're like, throw your pills away that are old. And it's like they don't expire.
Yeah, they're
Let's
all
just
good.
take 'em.
It's okay.
It's fine.
It's all right. It's all good.
They might delay. They might have like a delayed release, but they'll work.
Take 2 more.
No, don't do that.
I found a thing a few weeks ago, or a couple of months ago, we talked about on the show called if you have Amazon Prime, it's an add-on. Like they've started,
The
Trying
music
to-
one.
but I add the Coda collection to my
Cool.
little my subscription,
Mhm.
and it's nothing but music docs,
Oh, that's
That's
awesome.
really cool.
live shows, and music docs, and there's a ton of them, and they have a bunch of original stuff too. That's the only place you can find it. Like these songwriter shows, and the one I loved was watching Chuck D talk about his process and how he wrote songs for Public Enemy all these years, and how things changed
Wow.
after Flavor Flav left. And he said that the only way he can write music is if he's beside water.
That's interesting.
I was like, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool.
Runs a bath if he's in a
I heard
pinch.
Elliott Smith, he could only write like in a crowded bar with people talking around him, like noise.
Really?
Yeah, that's the only
That'd
way
make
he
me
could write.
crazy.
I couldn't do that. I need
I
silence.
couldn't do that either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He needs noise around him and like shit going
I guess
on.
I get that.
That's
I get
Yeah,
something
some
like
people
that,
write
yeah.
like that.
There's a good one with Liam Gallagher talking about Oasis and
How he wanted to beat his brother up.
yeah, no, just how. Oh no, it's Noel talking about how he wrote everything up to Oasis and now to High Flying Birds and all that. So that one's pretty cool. And then there's another documentary with Liam just doing his own thing and being crazy. And that I think is that's not an Amazon original. That one's just one that's been around, and I watched it too.
Nice. Oh, the Jay Retard one's on Amazon. There's a Jay Retard documentary.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good.
I have to go check it out. Man, there's so many good
It's
music
called
docs.
Less Than Zero, or Better Than Something. Sorry, now I'm thinking of that book, but yeah, it's called Better Than Something.
That Woodstock documentary that Music Box put out, I kind of got pissed off about because they tried to blame so many things. And
Oh, the
like
Woodstock '99 one.
yeah,
Oh shit, that was
Mhm.
awesome.
it was
That's a great
awesome,
movie.
but the blame, like
On-
they just kept trying to be like, it's white males that caused all this issue, and it's white
Yeah.
males, and I was like,
Limp Bizkit
No.
did it.
yeah, and Limp
Yeah.
Bizkit caused it, and it's white males. I'm like, no, there was a lot of shit that you had to add together to make that.
Yeah, that was a
They
culmination
screwed
of
shit.
up more
Was-
than anything.
More than anything, you're in a hot airfield, not enough water, not
Yeah.
enough food, and
Bad
people get
planning.
pissed.
It's just straight up bad planning.
Doesn't
yeah.
matter. Everybody gets pissed. When people get pissed, it's over.
So my
Oh, yeah.
my buddy Matt's wife went there, and she was 17. She's managed to be like the only woman who didn't get like accosted while she was there.
Jesus.
She took like a rode in a van with a bunch of strangers too, or some fucking
Wow.
just
That's
dangerous stupid
crazy.
shit.
But there's a
Scot free.
they put out an Alanis Morissette documentary, which I'm interested about because
I-
she got
I've-
pissed
I've
about
heard
it.
that's awesome, or I've heard it's good. Yeah,
Like she put out all these statements saying that what is portrayed in that documentary is not what she wanted.
Uh-huh.
So it's got to be good. I mean, come on. If the artist comes out and it's like, oh no,
don't watch it.
there's got to be some truth in it, right?
There's got to be
course.
stuff they didn't want. her.
Then there's a DMX one and a Kenny G one, and then they did one over Saturday Night Fever with John Travolta and all that,
No,
and that
really?
whole scene and
Okay,
how that went down. So
that's interesting.
yeah, it's interesting. It's the Coda collection's cool though, but you can watch it for 14 days for free, and then it's $4.99 after that.
Yeah.
They had that on, and I tried to watch as much as I could in 14 days,
Yeah.
and I was like, shit, it's just gonna roll over, and I'm probably gonna cancel it. Cause I'm kind of starting after a couple of months. I watch a lot of stuff at work, and I think I'm coming to the end of it, so I can finally
Yeah.
cancel it for a little bit.
I have the
until
same
something new.
one, and it's like you feel like you pay that much per month, but they're not adding as much material per month as
Yeah.
you're paying. So like you feel like you're paying for something that you've already watched like 100 times, if that
Right.
makes sense.
And they did a thing which I was interested in was the Metallica anniversary shows
Mhm.
because I heard all this talk about how big they were going to be in San Francisco and all this and blah blah blah.
Mhm.
And I want to see how they went down, and it was kind of cool because they went the first night they went in order of their history. They started at the beginning, first song they ever wrote, first single, and went all the way up to now. And then the second night was from now all the way back.
Mhm.
And the set list were different each night, but I was just kind of like, this is lame.
Yeah,
This
that's
sucks. This
a little gimmicky.
it doesn't look good. It doesn't sound good. I'm to the point to where when shit is shot, concerts should not look beautiful. I don't know if y'all are with me. Like they shouldn't look like 4K ultra sharp.
Well,
You know,
it just depends on what band, and what their performance
Yeah.
is.
maybe so. Like if I'm seeing a good nasty, like we're gonna bring this band up later, but like if I'm watching a Mudhoney documentary, I want to
Yeah.
see
You wanna see
grimy,
a fucking
dirty
Mudhoney.
footage.
Yeah,
Sure,
for
yeah.
sure.
I don't need to see them in 8K.
yeah.
No.
I don't need to see every fucking wrinkle and every fucking pore on their face. I want
Right.
to see it dirty. I want to see the ISO
The
cranked
grit.
up and there's noise and grain.
Yeah, for sure.
I want that.
Yeah,
But like even this Metallica, like it was shot too well.
yeah, overproduced.
Yeah. and it was just like, this feels like I'm watching them like on like Jerry Springer under a good studio lights and everything. And
Yeah, it
That
kills
makes
the
a lot of
vibe.
sense.
Of the whole
yeah,
thing.
like I couldn't get into any of the old music because I was just like, this looks too good.
Yeah.
This looks too
Right.
I don't
good.
like
Doesn't
it.
jive.
Yeah.
Feels
Yeah.
too modern.
Anyway, so I guess that's our Netflix talk. I did watch one other thing that started this week on HBO, The Winning Time, The Rise of the Lakers, which I'm going to throw out there. You may
About
not
the
be
Lake Show.
It's about the 80s Lakers and when Magic Johnson joined the team and the Lakers took off. I was a little bitty kid during this and I hated the Lakers. I was told to hate the Lakers by my dad. So I hated them. And this show's pretty fucking good. It's a drama
Did
documentary.
they talk about how
type
AC
thing.
Green was all religious and stuff and trying to?
Not yet, because this is like played out. It's a TV show.
Yeah, kind of like The Last Dance.
Kind of. It's more like The People versus O.J. Simpson, where
Oh,
it's
it's not
all
dramatized.
actors. It's
Oh,
dramatized.
I didn't know it was a drama.
But this
like
is a dramatized comedy,
Not a
and
docu-series.
every character in this like breaks the fourth wall like crazy.
Oh, really?
And the series starts, this is no spoiler because it's the first 2 minutes, so it's no big deal. It starts with Magic Johnson receiving the news that he has HIV.
Oh, jeez.
Well, that sounds real funny.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious as
It's
shit.
hilarious.
It's so funny. I
Was-
was slapping my knee. I fell over. No.
Before we move away from Netflix, I want to bring up. Sorry, go ahead, Dustin.
But anyway, it rewinds and it starts when he was drafted for the team.
Oh, yeah.
And he came in and the beginning of the showtime. But that's how it starts out. But then after the credits, it rewinds, and it's one of those things like John C. Reilly's in it, and he's the owner that took it over. So it's all it's his type of comedy. Like you mix in a little Talladega Nights, you mix in a little of Walk Hard, and
Is he the one that plays Kevin
but
West?
It's actually a comedy.
Is he the one that plays Kevin West?
Yeah, or Jerry West.
Jerry West, yeah.
No.
Kevin
He doesn't play
West.
Jerry West. He plays Doc. Jerry Doc Dunn, the guy that bought the team.
Yeah.
And then Jerry West is another dude that, my picture of Jerry West is completely
Who
changed.
plays Pat?
Haven't got there yet.
Oh, yeah?
We haven't got there yet. But it's pretty great. It starts after that little intro series. It's like immediately, boom, titties,
Oops.
comparing sex to basketball, blah, blah, blah. It's not something for kids. And it goes through and about 5 minutes into the show, they start talking about Kareem. And when they show Kareem for the first time, he's shooting the scene in Airplane
Oh, yeah.
where the little boy walks up to
Yeah.
him and goes, "You're Kareem Abdul-Jabbar." No, I'm not. And they go back and forth and stuff, and it's fucking hilarious. Like I was like, this is gold. This is gold.
Are there any like big guest stars playing like the opposing team, like famous basketball players at the time, like?
It's
Like
only
Larry Bird showed up or anything.
Well, they talk about Larry Bird, and what they do is at the very beginning when they're talking about the draft going down, and it was between Larry Bird going first and Magic Johnson going first. When they're talking about Larry Bird, everything on the screen is white, 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 white. And when they go to Magic Johnson, it's all black, 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 black,
Jeez.
black, to show that at that time it was who you picked was between a white guy and a black guy.
Yeah. Wow.
And I mean, the Lakers kind of won out.
Yeah.
I mean, out of all of it, but
Celtics ended up all right.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, Bird got his due, and it's all good. But
Yeah. Well, I'm just curious.
There's
I'm
both.
curious what actor they got to play Larry.
Will
Bird.
Ferrell.
Or
I don't know who it was,
Kevin McHale
because they
or
just show him a
anybody.
little bit. But it's good. It's a good time.
I'll check it out, man. That sounds like something
It's very
I'd be
worth
into.
checking it out. It's on HBO. I love the first episode. I don't know. We may have either my writer buddy Jay with Star Telegram.
Yeah.
He wants to either do a podcast about it or he wants to come in and talk with us about it when it gets a few more episodes deep.
How many have been?
One.
So the first one just
They're
released.
doing it
I saw
weekly,
the
yeah.
trailer for it. It looked pretty cool.
I was
Now
hoping
that
they'd
you
do
mention
like
it,
the Peacemaker thing and put out 3 at once.
Yeah.
Because Peacemaker was great. HBO's putting out some gold.
Fell asleep.
During Peacemaker?
Yeah.
The first one?
Yeah.
Come on now. It
Yeah.
was funny.
No, the second one is when I fell asleep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The first one was funny.
Yeah. He just bugs me for some reason, man.
John Cena?
Yeah.
You don't
He's
have a
not my
man crush
jam.
on him?
Not really, man. I was more into Stone Cold, those wrestlers, than Cena. Cena was a little after my time.
He was a wrestler?
John Cena?
Yeah?
Yeah.
I thought he was in MMA.
No.
No.
You're thinking
yeah,
of
he was, he
you're
was.
thinking
Yeah,
of
that's
that
right,
cat
that's
with the sword tattooed on his back, Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Now he played football too, for the Vikings.
John Cena?
No,
Brock Lesnar.
John Cena didn't do shit except for the WWE and Hollywood.
Yeah, that's right.
But Brock
That's right,
Lesnar did MMA, wrestling,
That's right.
and played for the Vikings, I think. So there's some Brock Lesnar history for you guys.
There you go.
Just specifically for Uncle Toasty.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
So, Chase, what you been up to?
Hey, Chase.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there, Chase.
How you doing? You doing okay down there?
Yeah. I was watching Kroll last night.
How many
Oh.
times have you watched Kroll?
This week.
Thinking about my future. Watching Kroll.
Watching Kroll, think about your future.
It's like,
How did Uncle Toasty not steal a sample from Kroll?
we will.
Yeah, I think it's coming up on the
Possibility.
next one.
We will.
It's inevitable.
Something about, like, it has to be something about the glaive, the whole do not use it until you need it.
South
Can we
Park
have a-
did a Kroll
Huh?
thing.
They did, yeah.
I'm
Two
gonna,
with
and
Oh.
I've told you this. There
With
are
Jesus, and he throws it at the
Yeah.
deacon or whatever.
I want a
It-
Zardoz quote in a song, too.
if this spectacle record ever gets finished mixing, there's 2 Kroll samples in it on one song.
Yeah, where you showed me one where the screaming, that little thing that comes out of the Slayer's heads and
He's screaming and yeah,
buries itself in the sand. Like, I remember just
and there's like, what is it?
stopping the movie and rewinding it and hearing that. Like, what is that? Trying to figure that out.
Her
And-
name is Death.
Yeah.
That
I actually
is
watched
so
the movie
ridiculous.
with director's commentary, like way more than the actual movie. It's just like,
You
wow.
would show me that movie over and over and over again when I was staying at your place, and the only way I could bear it was to just get ridiculously high and I would just watch it and
It's
fall
just
asleep and wake up and
such a
just in and out
flawed
with Kroll
movie.
on repeat.
Have you watched Kroll or The Thing more?
That's
Ooh, that's a
great
good
question.
question. Yeah.
Oh, shit. It's a 3-way tie with Nightcrawler.
Oh, yeah.
I think Nightbreed is number
Nightbreed,
one,
Nightbreed.
then The Thing, and then Kroll. If I had to guess.
Well, so, yeah, the Thing has moved up in the last 2 years in his rank. It was Nightbreed and Kroll were neck and neck until about 2 years ago, and then
The Thing was the
started-
movie he showed me though.
Well, I think the
Originally.
That
thing.
one's been creeping in his repeat more.
Since I've
Yeah.
joined Uncle Toasty and I've been brought into the Uncle Toasty chat, the Thing has been referenced more than anything else.
Oh yeah,
And I think it was referenced today.
It was,
actually.
yeah,
Okay.
it was.
John Carpenter is a huge part of Chase's
Yeah.
creative
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
inspiration.
The guy's also a musician. I mean,
Yeah, he
There's
is.
a little bit of that there. I mean,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
If your dad was John Carpenter,
that would be so cool.
that would make your.
I wish you were my dad.
John Carpenter was my dad. I'd
John
be
Carpenter,
so happy.
will you be my dad?
So,
John?
would you have gotten into music or would you have gotten into directing?
Call
Maybe
it John
both.
now.
Both.
A little writing and directing.
I don't
both?
know. I here's a point that I made to somebody. I think Patrick Higgins actually recently was, a lot of influences of mine weren't just musicians, and a lot of my influences actually, some of them actually started pretty late. Wes Craven's one of them, and I don't think he started directing until he was well in his 30s, and that's Last House on the Left? Is that
I
what
don't
Wes
know.
Craven did?
The first
His
one?
first
I think
one?
so.
Was
Yeah.
that the one that he did? And then he did the one about the mutants, the hills.
The Hills Have Eyes.
The Hills Have Eyes.
I
The
like
hills are
that
alive.
one.
The hills have eyes with the
I
sound
think
of
that's the
music.
sound
Oh,
of
the,
music.
the hills are alive.
With the sound of
The
music.
hills.
You should combine
The hills
like
are
combine
alive.
both of those.
Yeah,
That'd be a cool flick.
Yeah, but he,
That would be.
but
They're not Nazis.
you know, he started. He didn't start directing until his 30s, and he didn't know how to run that camera or any of that. And
Isn't
that to me was interesting.
like Bill Paxton a family friend of y'all?
No, he was not a family friend per se. But
Well, he's
we
dead
were,
now.
I mean, our families,
Jeez.
like they went to school. Alan and Walker.
He's blind.
My dad
Walker's
and
is
uncle
dead.
went to Heights with Bill, and I think Alan and Bill were in the same grade. I think Bill and his maybe.
But your dad and Paxton, they were both friends, right?
They've hung out. They've known each other, but I mean, they like friends.
And because of that, you've met Bill Paxton several times.
I'd say my grandmother and his mom were really good friends. They played bridge and went to San Diego all the time.
Serpent and the Rainbow.
Did
Robert Tuner
he
says in the
knew
chat.
who? I mean, he asked me directly when I got to
It's a
meet
great
him
flick.
was whose kid are you? Are you Allen's or Walker's? So he knew exactly who he was talking about.
Yeah.
But
So they grew up together.
They grew up together. I'd say.
So did they ever beat the shit out of Haltom
Haltom,
playing football together?
I don't know.
Are they the same age? Like, were they on the same football team together?
No, I don't think so. I'm not
Okay.
sure. I think Bill. I don't remember if he might. I don't know if he graduated or not. I think he did, but he just bolted. He just went to Hollywood and started working for Roger Corman. I think
Yeah.
that was his thing.
And then he met
Jim Cameron. And then
Yeah.
just working on
or
the
James Cameron.
and those directors. I mean, that's
They
also a
call
big.
him
We
Jim.
call him Jim.
We call him
We're
Jim.
close to
Sorry,
him.
I don't fucking
I
know.
mean, those
We
guys.
call him Jim.
So those directors,
His
like
name is
John
James
Carpenter or
Cameron.
Wes Craven. What they do is they create these pieces of art, and that's kind of the inspiration, but like a piece of inspiration, not musically, that these artists have made concept to creation, and those are just tiny other little influences among many others among musicians. So those, I mean, but it's a totally different, area of humanities film.
I don't know. I think they all tie together.
Yeah.
They all come together.
I sent a Twitter
yeah.
invite to John Carpenter to come to Lola's on Friday night.
Chase, as much faith as you have in invites, it might come. He might
He might.
come.
I also asked Biden
God.
today when he landed in Fort Worth. So
Oh, he told me
Please
he's
stop
going to be
by.
asleep by then.
Yeah.
yeah, we have a late set
Biden.
time, so I don't think he'll be there. But
Biden.
John Carpenter lives in the night, so
Biden.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, that's right. He
I
did do
would love
Serpent
to meet
and the
Lynch.
Rainbow.
I would
did
love
see
to meet David Lynch. That's my favorite director of the dark, world of cinema.
what's your favorite David Lynch?
My favorite David Lynch movie? Probably
Dune.
Blue Velvet, I think. Probably. But I also really like Eraserhead, and Lost Highway.
Yeah, Lost Highway's my
Lost Highway
favorite.
was good.
Lost Highway's really good.
The one that blew my mind was
Twin
Wild
Peaks.
at Heart.
Why?
I'm
Yeah,
inside your
that one's good.
house.
That changed my mind. That changed my world watching that. I was like,
It's
whoa,
a really good movie.
holy
Yeah.
shit, we can do this.
Nick Cage in that movie. I mean, it was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. I'm a big Wild at
I
Heart fan.
wish I kind of want them to I would love somebody who's close enough to Lynch to remake that movie. I feel like that would be really cool.
Was he involved at all with the Twin Peaks reissue?
Yeah,
few
he
years
did
ago,
the
he
whole
did the whole
thing.
thing?
Yeah, yeah.
I never watched that.
That was my favorite Twin
The
Peaks.
first one I was-
of anything. That
I
came
loved
out.
it, and so I
But
didn't want to damage
I feel
it.
like that movie Natural Born Killers.
Yeah, that
I'm
was
pretty
awesome.
sure that was very heavily influenced by Wild at Heart.
Probably so, because
It seemed
both
like it.
Oliver Stone and Trent Reznor were both heavily influenced.
Yeah, and
By David Lynch, so-
Tarantino, I think, wrote the script, but I'm pretty sure.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
Oliver Stone shot it.
Yeah.
Oh,
and-
Tarantino made the script to Natural Born Killers. I didn't know
Yeah.
Yeah.
that.
And we got shopped around for a while before Oliver Stone picked it up. And I think Tarantino even said that he felt like Oliver Stone missed the point of what he was trying to say about their love being, I don't know, the way that something about their love for each other and the reason they were killing, and it wasn't really made clear in the film, something like that. But
Hmm.
I don't know. I feel like in Wild at Heart, that message was clear as day.
Wild at Heart's
Yeah.
crazy.
But yeah, I think that's what they were trying to do with Natural Born Killers.
Yeah.
Tarantino was just on Conan's podcast. It was a fucking really good interview.
Was it?
Yeah, worth going back and listening to. It
I,
was
the
really
last
good.
time I heard him was when he was with Rogan,
Oh.
and it was pretty good, them talking. But he kind of disappeared for a while, and now he's making an appearance with everything because he's getting close to. He has set his retirement.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's like, when I make 10 films, I'm done.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
Well, he was
someone,
talking on the Conan podcast about actually trying to do like a TV show in the same, like in the vein of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, whatever that, I can't remember what the name of that fake show was, but they're like the Maddox kind of style
That
show or
movie
whatever.
is really fucking good.
I was gonna ask what y'all think about
it. I
that.
love that movie.
It was long, but it was
Yeah,
good.
It was
Amanda
long,
said
but it's
Amanda
really
said there's
fucking
too
good.
much driving around, and I was like, that was my favorite
I
part.
like his driving
I do
scenes. I
too.
love the dialogue and all
Yeah,
that.
I thought it was great.
That's what makes it Tarantino.
When you walk into his movies, the Hateful Eight got a little long.
Really?
I loved it the first time I saw it, but now
Yeah.
going back and like when it's just on TV and I
There's
change
an
it over to it,
extended
and I'm
version
like,
too that's on Netflix now.
oh really?
Yeah.
How long
There's
is
an
it?
Extended one. I think it's like 30 minutes longer or something.
Shit. But like when it's on TV and I'm like anytime I'm cruising to the channels and I see a Tarantino movie, I'll stop. That's just it. And when it's on, I will stop on it and I'll be like, God damn, there's so much, and the tension makes me crazy in that movie.
Yeah.
It makes me so fucking crazy in that movie. And I'm like, I can't deal with this right now. I can't deal with them talking and this tension, and I know what's gonna happen.
Everyone's
so
gonna die.
yeah, I'm gonna move on. It's like the old west version of Reservoir Dogs. Is what it is.
that
Everybody
is what
dies.
it felt like.
One person walks away.
But it did have
And you don't
kind
really
of a
know what
lot
happens.
Of, like, you think you know a character, and then you see what's going on behind. Whereas like Reservoir Dogs felt a little more straightforward.
Yeah.
But still, what was cool about Reservoir Dogs is it felt like a student film. It felt like
Well, and
a
that was
film
one of the-
school film.
one of the
but it
first
was
times
so
to,
good.
like, experiment with that, non-linear storytelling and all that. That was, it was
Yeah.
pretty new at the time.
When I was going through film school and all that stuff, the two films were Clerks and Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah, Clerks.
Those were the two movies
I saw that in like 8th grade.
that were always referenced with changing everything. The way everything did. Like, and we would sit down and talk for hours about Reservoir Dogs.
Really?
Like, just like, this is amazing. Like, you don't see this
Right.
ever happen. And then, Pulp Fiction came out, and you're like, this doesn't happen.
That was
where
a
you
game
have to.
changer.
I had to watch that movie twice to kind of understand what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
There was a lot of characters and a lot of different shit happening at once for sure.
Yeah, and the
I've
timelines
seen
move
that movie
around.
so many times.
That's one that'll grab me anytime it's on.
Yeah.
Scooter was playing a gig at some brewery in Denton several years ago, and it was on. They had it on the TV at the bar. I just sat there and watched the whole fucking movie.
He skipped through the rape.
Oh, that's right. He did fast forward.
He-
through that.
He was like,
Not here.
not this time.
Yeah.
Can't watch this part. But yeah, it's a good movie.
Oh yeah, we watched Kill Bill at Chase's uncle's one time. in
Oh yeah, we
Austin.
were tripping really hard watching MacGruber on shrooms,
And then-
and his face looked like
Did that
was
make it better?
melting. Yeah,
A little bit.
Their faces
And-
were way more interesting.
and then that Kill Bill. I think it was the very end of Kill Bill Volume 2 came on. So
Were we on ecstasy or we?
I don't know. I was sober, Mom.
We're on video, so
It was years ago.
That was years and years ago.
We don't
Years
do
and
that
years ago.
anymore.
We're sober now.
We're done with that stuff now.
So we've reached release week,
Yes.
and we kind of talked and teased about this at the beginning of the show, but this is something you have been planning and looking forward to for a while. I'm gonna say you and Mike have been planning and forward to looking at this.
That's
I'm y'all
true.
both under the microscope.
That is
Yep.
true.
He put
Fuck
a
these
whole
two
team
guys.
together for a while, and I was
Oh,
like,
shit,
dude,
Yeah.
Mike's the only dude in this whole group that you need to keep around.
Like y'all have been planning for this. This is the release week.
It's a big week.
It's a big
It
week.
is a big week.
It's exciting.
It is exciting. It's nice to feel like we could play this, play these shows with a little conviction and confidence, and we spent a lot of time working on it, and it became this really awesome thing. So we all took it from concept to creation, and it wasn't just it was definitely not just me. Couldn't have done it without anybody else in this room.
Matt Stubbs did a huge part.
Stubbs.
Well, Matt was there jerking us off the whole time.
Yeah,
and that was
but like
the toaster fluffer.
in the beginning, though, like you had this idea and you got all these different people together and you tried out so many different people. And we were like, definitely keep Mike.
Yeah, Mike and
then we were
Mike
like,
and I,
we'll fill in
yeah,
for the rest
we'll
of the
just
stuff.
be the rest of your band.
Yeah, and then
it worked out.
a couple things a couple shifts happened, and Dustin
We were
joined, and
fortunate
here we
enough to
are.
Catch
I got a
Dustin.
weird text message and it was like,
Dustin was blind drunk and we
I'm
cornered
really
him.
glad it
Yeah,
worked
let's
out this
we
way.
got 'em good,
Honestly,
didn't
I think
we?
it sounds. I don't think it could sound better.
No,
I
hell
think
no.
this
Thank
is
you,
the
thank you.
exact team
This is
that
fun.
we need.
Yeah,
Alright,
this is a
fun.
lot of fun.
I
It
agree.
is fun.
I'm having fun.
I'm having fun. And we a couple of shows under your belt now. I'm going to keep pointing this at you instead of all of us, but there's a couple of shows under your belt live. The sound has come out how you envisioned and how you thought things would go.
I think Tulips. I had some things going on, but I think we played everything great. I just had.
I think so too.
I think I kind of was a little
I think
bit.
he just means creatively on our
But-
part.
But creative with
Flustered.
everybody.
Did we
Yeah.
meet
I was
the,
a little flustered
the
that
par
that
of
night.
what you had in mind?
Sorry, say that again.
I think he's asking you, like, creatively on your mind, what you envisioned when you were writing the songs.
Oh,
Did the
yeah.
group live up to that?
Oh yeah, I mean,
do good, Chasey? Did
yeah.
we do good?
Everybody did just fine. Everybody was just fine, just fine.
Just fine. That's
I'm
Just
you
fine.
know what I mean. Great.
Sammy and I
Wonderful.
quit.
You
See you
guys
guys.
You guys have done
Oh,
just
I'm out
fine.
too. Stop this show. Done.
You know
Delete.
what? You clearly don't
Dustin's-
appreciate
Go watch
It's not even
Batman.
on tape yet.
We're going to watch Batman.
I'm gonna wash my
this.
hands.
I think
Wash them. They'll still be dirty with I don't know.
I think
With
these
ungratefulness.
these first couple of shows have been kicking the tires, but this weekend
This is really going to be the.
We
It's
kicked
gonna
the
be fun.
muffler.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm super psyched about Friday. I mean, it's whatever, weather's whatever, but I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna turn out.
I think the weather's going to behave, though.
I think
Hope
it's
so.
gonna work
Too.
out just fine.
Yeah.
and I'm really psyched about this record, even though I don't have a copy of it.
You should really like get him a copy, dude.
I'd like to hear it. No, I have digital versions of it. It's okay.
Fuck me.
That's what I play with is the digital versions.
Fuck me.
Calm down.
I would like to
bro.
have had one here so we
Yeah.
could show it off tonight.
I would have.
The one everybody's going to be able to buy on Friday or Saturday.
The one that I have.
Did you bring one?
I didn't.
No.
He did.
He forgot.
Yeah.
Good job, bro.
I was like, it's a podcast. Surely they're not going to need a vinyl for this thing.
I mean, there's no video
Yeah,
being
it's
streamed
like
on
only-
YouTube.
Surely they're going to
I
just
think.
play it live. On
So
play it
yeah,
digitally.
Wow.
we'll have.
You know, so for the uninitiated, who is everybody that hasn't been to one of our practices, this is a joke every single practice. Dustin goes, "Where's my vinyl?" And Chase has this
It's not.
look of fucking panic on his face.
It isn't a
'Cause
joke.
He forgot
It
it,
is,
yet
it
again.
is.
Because I do
It's getting
forget.
pretty
I am.
serious now,
I am.
actually.
I do this in
Very terrible
practice.
about
I
that.
do this randomly in the chat, and it just makes me giggle.
He's not good at remembering.
I'm gonna
things.
be. I'm gonna get.
Oh, and I tried to
and
give him my
lower.
studio copy, but
There's no
there's no vinyl in it.
Where is the vinyl? Where
This
is
is
it? Where'd it
like-
go?
That was the test pressing. That was what was in that.
The print board.
So where'd it go?
No,
What do
the
you mean,
actual
where is
vinyl's
it?
on the frame I gave you.
Oh, that's right. I got that.
How many copies do we have for sale for the show?
300.
300. Really?
$2.99.
All right. Let's.
Because we
I
got
bet,
the- we got the
hey, if we
Japanese
sell
cents.
100, if we
Okay.
sell 100,
Math.
That's-
Hang on a second. Mathematics. Hang on a second. 75 cent
Hey,
to
and
sauce
I
text.
just want to throw it out there that despite what the album credits say, I played bass on that motherfucker.
Gonna drop this?
hey,
I'm not gonna drop it.
You know.
Yeah, this is interesting. I'm playing an album release for an album that I'm not
You didn't even get the credit. You know what
not even
though?
on it.
You'll be on the
Yeah.
next one.
Next one.
It's
all
true.
Good. It's all good. It's all good. I'm just fucking with you. Yeah,
So you're
I'm excited
You're
about
playing
these
the
shows.
bass lines Joe wrote.
But better.
They're super easy. It's like,
Yeah.
here's a note. Here's a note. Here's
There
a
it
note.
is. There
here's
it
a note.
goes.
Yeah.
Susie says,
One up, one down.
"Wow!" dot dot dot. Wow.
It's all true.
Sorry, Susie, it's true.
And I can prove it.
But you know what?
Hey, the truth is truth. What? I mean, you know.
You try to be a
that's
nice
whatever.
guy.
It actually
you know?
is true.
Nice
Yeah,
guys.
Whatever
Moving
whatever
on.
truth is.
Moving on.
So there's a show Friday night at Lola's with a fucking stacked house.
I think most of DFW is playing with us that night.
I think every band has been invited to play that night.
Woodstock, man.
Yeah, it's a good night, and it kind of sucks because the weather's going to change. I think we're going to have to shove everybody inside, right?
Apparently,
And-
I invite people that other people don't like, and they're like, "Why did you invite him?
Oh,
Why did
yeah,
you invite that guy?"
I just do
To a
that to
rock
you
show?
because I think it's funny because you do that to me way worse and
Wait,
you're actually serious.
individual people or bands?
Yeah, Chase has all these like, you know, he
Why
he
did
gets
you
in these
invite
little
Fred
enemy
Smith?
things.
The skater for Alva.
I was just riffing a name.
Hold on, let me send a message to John
like, that's
Carter.
awesome.
Why'd you invite
Fred
Lance
Smith's
Mountain?
coming.
I'm going to tell
I
the
was just kidding.
Because I was like, dude, I mean, like, I just invited, I
Dude,
just
I just
invited
like to
ev-
see you squirm, bro.
everybody. I just invited everybody.
Well, what bands are on the bill now, as of right this second?
Dead
Every-
Birds,
I think everybody
the Go
except
Gorillas,
the Bee
one,
Weasties.
right?
the Wee Beasties, Forrids,
Do you think we can get Richard up on stage while we play?
the Kush,
Richard?
Dick,
Haskins,
Haskins.
Oh.
In
Dick.
his underwear,
For
bleeding.
what?
just to be in his underwear dancing around.
I mean, I'm sure he wouldn't mind.
Or do we all want to strip down to our underwear and play?
I'm not doing that.
Mm-mm.
No, okay. I didn't know if that was a thing we could all agree on or not.
I don't want to do it. You know why? Well, there's a modesty in all those reasons, but the other reason is because
It's gonna be cold.
it's gonna be cold,
And
but
we'll
also like
bananas,
you know,
potatoes.
I'm not.
Everybody's
against
focused on
somebody
Lolas,
who
but they're not
wants-
thinking about double wide at
I'm
all.
not against anybody that wants
Everybody's
to be in
like,
their
"Oh,
underwear,
Lolas,"
We're
but
getting there.
but
Calm
like
down.
some people don't necessarily ask for that, and I'm just not the one to do that.
I
That's
ain't
not
the
for
one.
me.
Yeah, Chase, I'm trying to promote Lola's right now before we move in.
I gotcha.
The way time works
I just feel bad.
chronologically.
Feel bad for double wide.
I want to talk about the guys that are at Lola's right now on Friday,
Yeah,
and then we'll move to Saturday because I'm actually excited about the people we're playing with on Saturday.
Saturday
Thanksgiving
and Friday are
lights.
both
Oh,
going to
yeah.
be awesome shows. And if you're
Saturday
in
comes
Dallas,
before Friday.
come to the Saturday show. If you're in Fort Worth, come to the Friday show. They're
Yeah.
both going to be great.
Or
Bing bong.
if you
Fuck
are,
your life.
if you are a badass and want to get on our good side, come to both shows.
Shit, yeah.
And
You
we'll
wanna get
instantly put you in the Uncle Toasty Hall of Fame because so Friday night you didn't finish everybody.
Dead words. Go Gorillas.
Go Gorillas. Say it
Go
right.
Gorillas. The Go
Effort into
Gorillas.
it.
Who, if you haven't
Jesus.
seen them,
Holy
Gorillas.
shit,
Get ready to
they're
watch
awesome.
an ape play a guitar. Really
Watch the
well.
best surf rock you've ever seen
Ever.
by
a bunch of gorillas.
bunch of gorillas.
There are guys in gorilla
Literally.
suits, like the guys.
Bring bananas.
Cops have stopped on Elm Street just to watch them
that, yes.
on
Dude,
on Three Links' stage.
When I saw them the first time was at Panther, the vinyl place. What's it called?
Docs.
Panther City
Panther
Vinyl.
City
Oh,
Vinyl.
Panther City
Yeah,
Vinyl.
yeah, yeah. I saw them there, and they fucking killed it. It was packed.
I was
Everybody
looking
loved
around
it.
the room because I thought it was members of the Ape Hangers, but I looked back and I saw Hank, who is the drummer of Ape Hangers and also Drawer Devils, right?
I don't know.
Hank Tosh.
Yes.
Yes.
That is correct.
You are correct.
And I was like, oh, well, this is obviously the Ape Hangers. And I turn around, look around, I see Hank in the back watching the show, and I'm like, okay, these guys aren't the Ape Hangers. So I don't know who they are. Nobody knows who they are.
Well, we're out of whiskey here.
Now they do.
No one knows who they are. And then you have Dead Words, who are good punk chaps.
I know who they are.
They've been doing it for a minute, and then who else is on the
Dead
bill?
Words is about as old as Scooter is.
Yeah, that little older.
The
I think.
Kush. Am I saying that right?
The Koosh.
The Kush are amazing.
They're
Just-
really awesome.
They just released a record
They might be
a month ago. 2
the
months ago?
outliers of the
They've been
Yeah.
doing it for longer than we have.
The
Kush
Kush.
has, yeah.
But that's a good relaxation
Yeah.
into us.
Right.
So, yeah,
I
the
agree.
Kush is great.
Scared the shit out of the kids.
And then on Saturday night
Put them in
at the
shit.
Double Wide, if you've never been to the Double Wide, you've got to go there.
Oh,
It's
it gets
great.
I'm gonna have a lot of frozen
Toilets.
yoo-hoo.
Lots of toilets.
Oh,
Drinks.
no. That's an amateur move. That's a
Asking
never
for a
make
hangover, man.
yeah, that's a
Dude.
never make it home and then you have a hangover.
I don't care about making it home, but the part I never have a hangover from them.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
have
God.
had to sit there
If
for
I
a while.
give if I give them a stern glance, I'll have a hangover.
Do you remember when we played at the Double Wide and I went into the bathroom just to literally take a piss? And then you went into the bathroom right behind me, and I guess you were smoking weed or hitting your pen or whatever. And then you came out, and the guy, the sound guy or whoever,
Mike.
I don't know if it was a sound guy.
Who
Actually,
we
it was,
are playing with.
It was the door guy.
Oh, it was a door
It was
guy.
a random door guy, and he came up to me. He was like, "What's your problem, bro? Why are you smoking weed in the bathroom? That shit smelled loud, dude. Why are you doing it?" I was
Smelled
like,
loud?
"Dude, that was not me." And he was just like, "What? I know it was you. I know it was you." And I was
it was
like,
my bass
"It
player.
was not me. I don't know what the fuck."
I'm so sorry.
And then later you were like, "Sorry, dude. That was me." I was like, "Dude, fuck that guy." Why
So we
does he
got
give a shit.
we got
So-
Mother Falcon,
I'm with the Falcon.
who I'm excited about.
They're fun.
That's
I
a
gotta
that's a
pee really
They're
fun
wild.
band. And I'm also super looking forward to this Thanksgiving lights.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit. Their record just came out.
That's a cool name.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
And
name.
they're shit, man. You'd like them. They are heavy.
it's
fucking
on
good shit.
Spotify and Apple Music
And Camp.
and Bandcamp. But it's
Bandcamp
a
if you're
good
stopping.
record, and they've got 2 covers on there. They've got a Dead Kennedys cover, and they have a Joy Division cover, and they're fucking good.
Well, so if Mike's playing the show, who's running sound that night?
It's got to be Mike. Mike's gonna
Gonna run sound for his own show.
Oh, I'm
Yep.
sure.
Just have his tablet.
I'm gonna
upstate.
do it for everybody.
I'm sure he will.
Not
Yeah.
you. Mike Trujillo.
No, I'm sure he will. I'm sure he'll get it right off the bat.
Is he related to Robert Trujillo,
I don't know.
I don't know.
from
he's
bass player
probably
from
somewhat.
Suicidal
Doesn't
and
matter.
Metallica?
He didn't do King Nothing.
King nothing.
So hopefully John Carpenter will be at one of these shows. I invited him.
I'm banking on it.
I think you
And,
should.
David Lynch, I've asked him to.
You know, actually, the boss of Sauce, actually sent our stuff to Jack and Dino. Did you hear about that?
No, I did not.
Jeff Smith, he sent our stuff to Jack, and put in the
Gave him a
good
T-shirt.
Okay, put in the good word. Yeah.
Did he?
Heck
say-
yeah.
Has he responded yet? When was that?
What about Jack and Diane?
What about Chip and Diane?
Did he send it up to Chip and Diane in Waco? Maybe we can play a Magnolia sponsored event.
We just got to cover ourselves some shit.
I don't know.
Nothing.
Nobody
Nothing?
gets that. Yeah.
I don't know.
Dustin does. He watches it.
So we'll talk about it now because we have a bunch of people down there that listen. The following weekend, on the 19th, we will be in Austin.
The old
My B-Day.
sagebrush.
At the old Sagebrush, yes, right next to the Red Rose.
Howdy.
Is it really?
The Red Rose is on the south side. The Yellow Rose is on the north side.
You know what the best part of the sagebrush is?
What?
They have fucking parking.
Oh, yeah, that's
you
true.
know, I
Sure
was
do.
watching the Chainsaw Massacre movie the other day, and when they were all getting murdered, guess which venue was in the background?
The
Sagebrush.
Was it the 3D one?
It was the
Chains-
new one.
the new
yeah.
one?
The
I haven't
sagebrush
watched
was
that
in the
yet.
movie?
The Shania
Yeah,
Chainsaw
the
Massacre.
Sagebrush. They were in Texas, not Austin, but they were in Texas.
Was this house in it?
I don't know. I don't
You
think
don't know?
so.
I went 2 weeks ago, or last weekend, down to the Kingsland, which is where Inks Lake State Park is and Longhorn Cavern State Park is, and just happened upon this bed and breakfast that was like, this is the house that was used in
Oh, it must
Texas
have been
Chainsaw Massacre.
One of the
Okay.
originals or something.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So
Never
there's
little sign.
a rumor when we were growing up that one of my elementary school classmates moved into the Texas Chainsaw Massacre house. It was in Plano, Texas, so I've since learned that was bullshit.
Yeah, that's heroin induced.
Yeah, but no, everybody's like, oh, you know, the reason they had to paint the bricks on that house is because it was originally the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I was like, oh, that's crazy.
Wow.
And then
Not true.
now as an adult, I'm like, no, fuck, no, it wasn't true. They didn't shoot that movie in Plano.
Is he based off of Ed Gein?
Most definitely Ed Gein.
Ed Gein
Yeah.
didn't
The
even
original
kill
one?
people. He dug up people that were already dead.
I thought Ed Gein did kill people.
No, he killed
'Cause-
one person.
Yeah, his mom or something. Or his
Yeah, he killed like one or
girlfriend.
two
He killed a
people.
woman who looked like his mom.
But
Yeah, that was it.
all of his body parts and stuff that he had that were made into cups,
Like the
for
skull
drinking out of-
bowl,
Yeah,
he-
that was all dead bodies he
he
dug
dug
up.
that stuff up.
Yeah.
Well,
He
that
didn't
makes
kill
it-
those
that
makes it
people.
better.
He only had one person in his body count. Well, he
One or
sucks.
two, yeah.
That sucks.
You
Something
kill
like that.
one
Those numbers up,
person, you're a
man.
serial killer. You suck one.
That
No,
sucks,
dick.
dude.
you have to kill 3 people to be a serial killer.
I mean, there was a heart that he apparently, or like some organ that he was eating.
He was a psycho for sure,
Yeesh.
but he just wasn't a serial killer.
Mm.
Technically.
He just like skin.
Anyway,
He just liked
a
dead
lot of
bodies and
skin.
stuff.
The saying I go by, Joe, is you kill one person, you're a murderer.
Mhm.
You kill 1,000 people or 10,000 people, you're a conqueror. You kill everyone, you're God.
Hmm.
Okay.
That's where
How does that work with sucking dicks?
Whoa.
you suck
Same
one dick,
thing.
you're gay.
Same thing.
You suck 10,000 dicks, you're gay. You suck every dick,
You're God.
You're,
Well,
a
you're
god.
gay.
Goodness.
So,
Gay
You're the
god.
god of
Yeah.
sucking dicks.
you're really
I
good at
saw-
what you're
I
doing.
saw
if you
this-
suck
I,
everyone
I was
else.
reading about this
Is that
today.
a Viking
Speaking
god? I don't know about.
Speaking of Batman, Joel Schumacher apparently has been with.
He
thinks
sucked a lot
he
of
thinks
dicks.
between 10 to 20,000 men.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
How is that possible?
Wait, hold on. I didn't
Yeah,
know
how is
Joel
that?
Schumacher was gay.
Like
is
every
he?
day.
Did you not watch any of the Batman he did?
There's
I did.
no
I like
way.
the nipples.
8 to
but,
10,000 people.
Hey,
He
really?
Oh yeah, no,
10
10 to
to
20,000
20?
dudes.
There's no way.
That's double.
No way.
That's a
10,000.
huge-
That's
that's
like
his
how do you
estimate.
gap that?
He might have
Like,
been hanging out while there was a
10
bunch
to
of guys banging and
20,000,
counted
like, that's a
those, but there's
huge
no
difference.
way, man.
I don't know. I'm
100
not,
to 10,000 people.
Sounds like
Like,
fake news,
what?
man.
Which one?
It's on his wiki page. I just read it right now, like earlier today.
Dude,
I was
he's-
listening, I was
well,
listening to a
hold on.
podcast about all the news.
Stop,
Even
stop,
if
stop,
it
stop,
was
stop. Hold on,
10,000,
hold
which
on,
is
a
the
lot of
lowest.
hot steaming man love right there.
Hold on. He
Like
is
anal
bragging
bruising.
on his wiki page
Well,
about
he's
how many
dead.
dicks
he's
he
dead.
shot.
He's dead now. But
Well, I
yes.
meant whoever.
Oh god, yeah.
10 grand.
Hang on.
10,000.
Dicks
If he had
I've
$1
sucked.
for every dick he sucks,
You
he'd
leave
have
Joel
$10,000.
Schumacher alone.
You
$10,000.
leave Joe Schumacher alone.
$10,000.
That man.
That's a lot of
to
dick.
$20,000.
Okay.
Let the dead rest.
Hang on.
Depending.
Schumacher described himself as extremely promiscuous, saying in a 2019 interview that he became sexually active at age 11 and estimated he has had sex with between 10,000 and 20,000 men over the course of his lifetime.
So he's had sex with them, not
How
just
many
sucked their dick,
STDs
so.
did that guy
There's
get?
no telling. But he said the first person that he knew who died from the AIDS epidemic in 1983 was not promiscuous, leading Schumacher to believe that he would die soon after, recalling that at that time, if he has it, I must have it quadrupled, and was sure I had it. I was planning my death, and he thought he'd never, and though he never actually contracted the disease.
So he's the Wilt
Yeah.
Chamberlain of dick
Wow.
sucking.
It's like Burroughs.
Yeah.
He was always shooting heroin and he never got it. But there were guys he would shoot it with that got it, but he was always the first one to use the needle, so he never contracted it.
Then Schumacher died of cancer in 2020 at like,
was it cancer?
yeah, he was like 80.
Okay. I couldn't remember if it's cancer or COVID. 'cause
Yeah.
that was
Wow.
right
That dude,
right
Too
that
much
dude
sex.
fucked a bunch of dudes.
Fucked myself to death.
there. Why did I not know?
I literally learned this today.
I didn't know he was into dudes.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna put that on my headstone.
it-
now.
10,000
It's like,
dudes.
it's like a memento moment where you're like looking back at all the old
myself to
Batman.
I'm going back through his entire movies, and I'm like, holy shit!
Oh, they're
you're
all
right.
super
Poor
super gay
Joel.
front. Yeah.
You're right. You're right. You're
Good
right.
for him.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you went out on top.
He gave a lot of guys
Or
good
bottom.
time.
Maybe
bottom.
on bottom.
A lot of
Yeah.
orgasms.
You know,
Depends on
Batman
what kind
Forever
of-
was pretty good. You got to give him that. You know.
Depends on what kind of mood he was in.
Came
Yeah.
a lot.
Picture of the catcher.
I mean,
Huh?
come,
There's a-
man.
Amber alert going off.
Yeah, I
What?
just got it too. We got an Amber Alert.
Do we need
Where's-
to? Do we need
where's
to stop the
Bern,
show and go
Texas?
find someone?
Let's do it.
Oh, Burnett. Yeah, it's down there.
No
That's a
Vigilante.
ways.
I don't even know where that is.
If I see something,
Dun-dun-dun.
I'll let them know.
So yes, let's.
Susie, you need more words.
Susie's officially baffled by this Joel Schumacher.
I wish I had
news.
more words.
More words, please. Please type your words.
10,000 more words, Susie.
Use
yes.
your words, Susie.
There is a chat box there.
Please.
So we got a show Friday night at Lola's.
Yes.
Downbeat is 7:00. Be there early. Come on,
Yes.
let's have some fun.
Let's do
Pretend like it's a work
fun.
day.
Then show on Saturday. Downbeat is
Downbeat's always at 9 at
9
double,
at double wide,
Yeah.
and then
9, 10, and 11.
for our people that live down south in the Austin, San Antonio, and even Waco, if you want to travel down there, you don't want to come up here.
Wacko.
On the 19th, it is at the Sagebrush.
It's
It's
at 11:30.
It's
unofficial
my
South by
B-Day.
Southwest weekend show.
It's our Sauce Tex. It's pretty much
It's
our
Sauce Tex.
Austin vinyl release. You could call
Yes.
it that if you want.
We'll say it's the Austin final release.
That's what it is.
Brett Bradford's going to be there.
We go on late, but the show all day is stacked.
Oh yeah, it's a huge
Dude, it's a
lineup.
fucking good show.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
gonna be a lot of fun.
Like I don't know.
I'm gonna be down there for like 4 days. I'm prepared for a while.
You going to see
Shit.
the bats? The bat
4
bridge?
days.
You going down for South by?
No, I'm just chilling, just for the birthday weekend
Bitchin'.
thing.
Is it your birthday?
Mm-hmm.
Sammy's
The
birthday.
Son
19th.
of
Happy
a
birthday.
bitch.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what
yeah.
this means?
Very
We
happy
gotta
birthday. Got to
do
go to Yellow Rose.
something. We got a room at the Hilton. If y'all want to come over.
Let me go ahead and throw out to Jeremy.
What's up?
Hold on real quick, guys.
Come on through.
Jeremy, we're gonna need a table at the Yellow Rose.
Toasty table.
A toasty table on Saturday night after we play our show.
Yeah,
For a birthday bash for Sammy.
dude, it's gonna be fun. It's
Oh,
gonna
it
be a
is.
lot of fun.
That yeah.
Be sure to bring a yellow cake.
Why? I like tres leches, bro.
Bet you they can make that happen.
That's Spanish. We can
for
make
3
that happen.
minutes.
Yellow rose. I was
We're
like,
in
yellow
Austin.
rose.
Would you get mad if
Tres leche.
Yellow cake.
you were drenched in a cake on stage?
I like yellow
Drenched in the
with
cake.
chocolate icing.
I'll bring an
It's
extra.
good.
Sammy won't
change
get
of
mad, but I can
clothes.
think of somebody who might.
So good.
Yeah, that might have to happen. Some
Alright,
tres leches.
I'm down.
Some tres leches and
There's
duck tacos.
There's a place down there that I found out from Anthony Bourdain from when
Mhm.
he went to Austin that makes some badass tres leches.
Dude, it's literally my favorite cake. It's
That's awesome.
The best cake. that
Sammy likes it
exists.
moist.
I do.
Who doesn't?
I know, right?
No one wants to dive into
Really
that dry.
dry?
Yeah, no.
Not fun.
Jesus.
Ugh. Okay, so we have all that. The release weekend. It's gonna be crazy. It's out of control. I wanted to throw this at you. Kim Thale. Soundgarden. Let's go around the count. Do y'all like Soundgarden?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, of course.
Soundgarden's not really. Not
Okay.
big.
Well, yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
kind of suck.
I could.
I'm not saying they suck. I just don't. It's not
I
my
could-
thing.
I know that given an hour car ride with Sammy, I could convince him to like Soundgarden.
Probably.
Well, we're all fans of grunge in here, right?
Yeah, for
the,
sure.
The
Yeah.
whole grunge music, they were thrown into that, which I would throw them more on the metal spectrum, kind of like with Alice in Chains. They were more on the metal
I
side
do
of.
love Alice in Chains.
If you like Alice in
fucking
Chains, you
love
like
Alice in
Soundgarden.
Chains.
I could probably, if
I could
if
make
I
a-
learned enough about them,
I could make a
could
case for it
probably
for you.
like it.
Yeah.
So last
We're
week,
talking about grunge.
we were talking about
Never heard of it. Tune in, bro.
our
Never
buddy
heard of it.
Barry said, he asked us a question about what our favorite Soundgarden album was.
A sides.
I'm
B-sides.
I'm still sticking with Bad Motorfinger.
I'm sticking with Bad Motorfinger
Yeah.
because that's what I was raised with, and it just sounds more raw. Super Unknown is
It's a little too polished.
too polished,
little
And the
and
one,
Black
the
Hole
one with
Sun, heavy.
the one
Yeah.
with the Day I Tried to Live too.
that's
which
Super
is
Unknown.
Super.
That's
No,
on
not
Su-
that one. Okay, what was the album that had? You played the track. It's one of my favorite Soundgarden tracks.
Jesus Christ!
No, it was the when you're like, this is an underrated album
Well,
with
Louder Than Love is the other thing I played.
damn it,
No.
what song was it? It was.
But I played The Day I Tried to Live is one of my favorite songs,
Shit,
and it's
that's
on
actually a great
Super
song.
Unknown.
Oh, that's not the song I was thinking of then.
So Super Unknown today is 28 years old.
Oh fuck!
Really?
me.
Wow.
Damn.
Well, Kurt killed himself 28 years ago too, so
Yep.
that would have been a bad.
My
one.
senior
Yeah,
year,
we're coming up on
1994.
it.
Burden in my hand is probably what you're
94,
thinking
yeah.
of.
So that
Is that
That's super.
if
unknown
Super
also.
Unknown is 28 years old, that
I'm gonna have
also
to look at
means
this
that
now.
on the same day Super Unknown was released, so was the Downward Spiral. It's 28 years old. So now I feel way fucking old.
Wow.
Or Fell on Black Days.
But we were
on Black Days. Yeah.
those are all the singles though.
I know. I'm looking at the A sides. Just I'm assuming which one Matt would like. I don't know.
Kim Thel.
Pretty Noose.
Oh fuck
Oh,
yeah!
Down on the Upside. Right?
Oh,
That's a good album.
Yeah, that's a great album.
but
all-
it's still
honestly-
polished. I love how raw Bad Motorfinger is.
Yeah,
Like
but
how
the day I
nasty.
tried to
Oh,
live
yeah.
was freaking.
RoboTuner said it.
What do you say?
Down on the
Down
upside.
on the upside.
Yeah.
So Kim Thel was asked, or somehow he got into an interview, and he got to wondering or they asked him who he thought was the sentimental grunge band. Like
Screaming
this
Trees.
whole grunge movement started. Who is?
Oh,
I would say
we
it
getting
was
into
the
Mudhoney talk?
guys.
Yeah, Mudhoney and Screaming
Yeah.
Trees.
Who would you
So-
say?
Probably say the Pixies actually.
Oh yeah, Pixies.
Well,
You
that's
gotta
Chicago.
put-
Pixies are
Yeah, but
they're
still-
pro-
They,
Massachusetts.
they helped facilitate it, but
they-
they
That's
weren't the first
Boston.
grunge
Massachusetts,
band.
They're pro-
but
they're
the
proto
grunge. Not
grunge.
They
Seattle
weren't a grunge
but
band.
they are definitely the originators of
The-
grunge.
You know that's the opposite side of the country, right? Like you have Seattle here and you have Boston.
Well,
over
we didn't
here.
say Seattle grunge. We just said grunge.
Well,
It's
no,
proto- it's
Seattle's where it
proto-grunge.
happened. That's where it was born. What he's saying is not the band that influenced grunge.
No.
The band that started grunge.
As a huge Pixies fan,
I'm a huge Pixies fan. Too.
I
You don't agree?
fucking love the
Love-
Pixies. Favorite album?
By the Pixies.
Yeah.
Bossa Nova.
Favorite album?
Oh, I don't fucking know what my favorite album is. I heard their live album.
It's
that
a-
was my favorite.
It's a
Trump Lamond is right there with it.
Mine's
but
the one with Tyler on it.
Surfer Rosa or
Surfer Rose is really
Surfer
good.
Rose is great. And Bossa Nova. I
or
ca-
the
I'm-
purple
yeah.
purple tape or whatever. That's a great.
And their
one, too.
newest album is really good too. Indie Cindy.
Yeah, it's really good.
Rubberneck.
Shut up.
Hell below, stars above.
Okay,
so that would
so-
be Malfunction. It would be Skin Yard. It'd be the Melvins. It would be the Human.
Okay, the Melvins.
It'd
Yeah.
be the
Melvins, definitely.
It'd be Green
Melvins.
River. It would be
Green River was
Mother Love
basically-
Bone.
No, you got to pick
Mudhoney.
one.
Green
One.
River.
That
Melvins.
started
I would say
Tad.
Melvins.
I would say Tad.
no. Melvins
Tad?
were before Tad.
I would say
No.
Melvins.
I would say
probably.
You're going Melvins?
Yeah.
What do you
Melvins
say?
were
Mudhoney,
before
though.
Tad.
Mudhoney and Melvins and Screaming Trees was pretty
I would
big
say.
too,
was
man.
just
I would say
listening to-
Okay,
Mudhoney.
Okay.
Skin Yard. Skin Yard.
I was just
I'd say
listening to a
Skin Yard.
Mudhoney
And
record
stop.
the other day.
You two guys are right. It was Mudhoney.
Thank
Kim
you.
Thel said Mudhoney is the
It really is though.
it's essential.
It
Chase,
is
Chase
because
has bought me like
grunge
4
When
Mudhoney
Mud-
records for my birthday.
Dude, when Mudhoney
Yeah.
happened, that was when shit changed.
What's the
for
first
real.
Mudhoney thing you saw
The first Mudhoney thing I saw?
or you listened to or whatever?
I mean, Touch Me, I'm Sick was the first thing that was like, this is.
That's the
fucking
first thing you
amazing.
heard, or the first thing you thought was
That
amazing?
was
What-
the first thing
that
that
was
I
early.
remember.
What about
hearing.
Dinosaur Jr.? That was in there too.
They're
man.
awesome too, but I don't
Dude,
know that they're
they're a little bit
grunge.
later.
Shouldn't
I
say
Yeah,
love-
kind of
love-
alternative rock.
Yeah, they're
They
like more
were
that
a part of it. They definitely couldn't. It couldn't
Well,
have happened
but they're not
without
from-
them.
But so then John
They're
and
not from
yeah.
that side of the country
and
either.
John and Yellow was doing their records
And
at the
Sonic
same time.
Youth,
as doing
too, you
the-
could say.
same time John and Yellow was doing the
Same thing.
Sonic
Yeah,
Youth
that
records.
was
they're
all-
not. They're not from
Though
over
they were
there.
all facilitators.
So we're specifically looking for Seattle grunge, is
Because
what we're
they
looking for.
love
bands
everybody
that
else, yeah.
made the scene happen.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So I
misunderstood
love-
that as well. I guess.
I love, like Jay Mascis is my guitar god. Like I fucking love Dinosaur Jr. That is
Yeah,
it.
he's great.
Like, I fucking love. Where You Been is like that is my junior and senior year. That album sums everything up. It's so fucking depressing, and it's hard for me to listen to there. But that is my favorite album. From that
See, I
time
like
period.
going
really.
back and
I
listening to
fucking love that
depressing
album.
albums from my youth. I think it's cool.
It's just dark, but
Makes
the
me wanna
guitar
kill
work
myself
in
again.
it is just
Well, it
crazy.
reminds
When
you
was
of
the
that
last time you saw them,
you
Dustin?
know?
I saw
Dinosaur?
Dinosaur Jr. at Granada like 10 years ago.
No, really?
Yeah, I
Still
think
Because they
the
still play
refill.
all the time.
I saw Granada. They were supposed to play Granada again. I was gonna go and shoot them. before COVID and everything fell apart. And I'm hoping they rebook because I fucking love Tyson
Fucking
Jr.
Feel the Pain. The music video for Feel the Pain
Is
just like
legendary.
is me
The golf
as
one?
as me as a little tiny
New York
child
City,
watching MTV, just like what
This is cool.
this?
Damn.
I still have. I can go in the house and I can pull it out. I have the Start Chopping shirt where the guy's cutting his head off. You know, the guy is just has a hatchet and cutting his head. I may wear it this weekend. I don't know. It may not fit. I don't know. But I that is from the very first. The T-shirt is paper thin. It's like the
Oh, it's just
first
completely threadbare. now.
Dinosaur Jr. shirt I ever bought from the first show I ever saw them at. And I was like, I'm holding on to this shirt as a memento forever. I love that band.
And what year was that?
94, 93,
In their
94.
prime.
That
fucking
was the
loved
year,
them.
man.
But Mudhoney, when I saw the Suck You Dry video and that one dude in the bar moshing with himself in the middle of the Suck You Dry, that's one of those groundbreaking videos. You're like, this band is fucking cool as shit.
Yeah.
And that sound is cool as shit. And then I went back and found the earlier albums with Touch Me, I'm Sick and all that.
Oh yeah. I mean,
And
well,
I was
their
like,
stage
God, they're
performance,
so
like
good.
they were so energetic on stage, and they jumped around so much, and they made you really watch them as like a spectacle, a live spectacle. It was fucking cool.
When I think of grunge, I think of course Nirvana. But I don't go the Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains, Soundgarden route. I go
Right.
the Nirvana,
Tad,
The-
Mudhoney.
Tad,
the
Mudhoney,
original-
the Sub Pop 2000 route.
That's where it really is. I mean, that's
This is
like
where
the
I go.
heart of it.
Yeah.
Well, there's just so many bands. So like so many awesome bands got kind of fucking lumped into that. Like Stone Temple Pilots are an amazing band. They got lumped into grunge.
From
There's
LA.
nothing fucking grunge about them. They're
No.
awesome.
Well, there's some
They're
90s shit.
Yeah, if
about
you were
them.
if
They
you
grab
weren't
the
There's
sound.
some production
the way it
value
went
that kinda
back then
ties it
was if you
together.
weren't glam, then you were alternative.
Right.
Is the way the mainstream.
Yeah, Alice in
music
Chains
media
But, I
was
mean,
trying to
shit.
be glam.
but that's-
they
I was
wanted
gonna-
to be the next Kiss.
Have you ever heard the very first Alice in Chains record? Like the very
Yeah.
very
Before
very
Facelift.
First, like before
I don't
Facelift,
think
it
I
was
have.
It's glam metal.
It's very glam metal.
That's-
I'm trying to
yeah,
think what
what's
it's
It's the one they
got-
did here, isn't it? Did they do the record here?
I don't know.
I think they
it's-
did.
They have a song
Is-
called like Heroin on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super glam rock, very like late 80s.
Yeah, remember when Lane
Wow.
Staley would roll around with a leather jacket on and all, looking
Well,
all glammy?
Jerry was also friends with the Pantera boys, which were doing the glam stuff at the same time.
was
Has
it?
has anybody bought that house yet?
Well,
So,
he
I don't know.
he lived here for a
Jerry
while.
did.
Yeah,
well, he
was
still has
didn't
land
he-
south of here.
Didn't he have something to do with that studio over in Garland?
I don't know. Don't give me a
Clear, whatever,
Oh, Crystal Clear.
Crystal Clear. I thought he had something to do with that at the beginning.
I've worked out of Crystal Clear a few times.
I think he either did an album there or something, but I know he came here with nothing. Remember his buddy talked him into moving
Mhm.
here.
And he's got
He's-
land south of here where he
Like
does
towards
hunts
Waco
and stuff
and all that
on.
shit?
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's southeast of here.
He's
is
a-
what I remember.
He's a have you seen the Marshall series that they put on YouTube
Mm-mm.
about him? You should watch that. It's really
Okay.
good. All y'all would like
so
it. Actually,
if you hop on YouTube,
Send me a
go to
link.
Marshall's
and you look up,
Jerry Cantrell.
it's called the Legacy series.
yeah, the Legacy series.
And they,
I don't mind the end.
but they sit down with different people, and his is really fucking good.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Have
I'm
you guys
It's like
seen
an
the
hour-
Tad
it's like an hour
documentary?
and a half.
Or are we just going to
Good.
ignore Tad because he's fat?
Tad's
Bro,
one of the
you were
greatest
outside
bands
You don't
pissing.
like
No,
fat
no,
people.
we
no,
just
no,
talked about
talked
no.
about his,
Hang on a
uh,
second. Hang on.
Jesus.
What's
Hang on.
crazy is
Sammy hates fat
Chase has
people.
something to say.
Whoa, chill. What?
Whoa, chill. What?
It's
Hey,
like
talking about?
Chase.
Anyway,
Chase.
he goes into his Dallas roots.
While you were
Jerry
outside,
Cantrell
we,
does.
we spent an entire
just
10
talked
minutes
As a
talking
person that
about
owns
Tad.
3
Yeah,
10 minutes
Marshall
without
amps
me
now.
talking about Tad.
We were talking about
Missed
Soundgarden.
the whole
I've got one with
Tad.
tungsten.
What the hell?
Tungsten tubes in it.
You guys
that's
leave me out of a
fucking
Tad talk.
Dude,
amazing
I love
sound. I haven't
Tad.
fired
This
it
is
up
my
in
Tad
like
talk.
3 years.
I love
Tad's
Tad.
Okay, stop.
Stop it.
Everybody's talking over each other.
Tad,
the
Tad,
cool
Tad.
thing about the Jerry Cantrell one is he talks about his guitar he lost that was
Yeah.
stolen from him,
Mhm.
and Eddie Van Halen hunted it down, right?
shit.
Or it was from Eddie Van Halen, given to him. it was stolen,
Some guy returned it, didn't
and
he?
some guy brought it back to him,
Holy
and he
shit.
freaked out about it.
I don't like
this one?
I
And
don't
it's
like
like-
Tad because he's fat.
Bro, no one
I
said that.
love Tad. Tad was great.
I love Tad too.
I
liked him
introduced him
a-
to-
I liked him a lot.
I think he actually put his number 2 pencil down in a Scantron in college and just walked out and said, "Fuck this! I'm going to Dallas and starting a band."
Yep.
Wow.
Wow.
It's a really good documentary about them. But
Okay.
the other thing was brought up was the Melvins, which
Yeah.
was number 2. Was
Melvins for
Robo-Tuner's
sure.
talking about the Melvins.
Yeah.
For sure.
the
His
Melvins
lyrics
talking about
are whatever, but it's a
which
good band.
are going to be here in a couple of weeks.
I'm looking
And-
forward to that.
Are you
When we could
going?
go.
Are
I
we
didn't know
going?
that.
I need
I
to.
think so.
Where are they playing?
Where are they
Dallas,
playing?
I'm
Yeah.
assuming.
Melvins.
Okay, so they are playing. They are opening for Ministry
Uh-huh.
at Amplified, which is the old Gas Monkey Bar and Grill.
Mm.
Oh, when's that?
Look, and I'll tell you.
April?
I think the
March?
Melvins
March
might
26th.
be
It's-
one of those bands,
it's
one of the few
Melvins?
bands we haven't like crossed paths with in person.
You said March
Yeah,
26th.
we
How have
haven't
you not?
seen
They
them.
Okay.
are always here.
Well, no, I
It's-
mean like as the scooter or whatever, we've crossed paths with a lot of those like fucking West Coast punk
Yeah.
and West Coast grunge
Meat
bands.
Puppets.
Yeah.
that dude's a trip.
Meat Puppets.
King Buzzo.
Fucking
He's a trip,
Dead
man.
Kennedys.
Well, I ran into Lanigan
Yeah.
at the airport when he was
You
at the
did?
Sub Pop store.
No shit.
What about Social
Yeah.
Distortion? You ran into them?
No.
No.
What? Jodie Foster's
Jodie
Army.
Foster's Army. What's his name? Fucking not the Dicks, but
Oh,
what's his name?
that guy that was in
Saturday.
The Dwarves.
The Dwarves. Yeah.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Oh,
Dwarves
yeah?
are great.
Yeah.
I used to
Damn.
watch the Dwarves all
Gigged
the
with-
time. They were
gigged
great.
Black Dahlia.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
guy.
gig with Black Dahlia.
Yeah.
So
He-
March 25th, they are at Amplified Live,
25th.
which is the old Gas Monkey Bar and Grill,
Yeah.
playing with Ministry and Corrosion of Conformity.
It's a week after our
So,
show. That's
Wonder who's
perfect.
playing drums for
How
Corrosion
much are
now.
tickets?
know.
Do you know?
I have no idea, but I
Probably
need an
40.
answer
Like
from
a-
you before I send an
Do
email.
you guys want to go?
Um,
I'd be down to go.
I'll be there
Okay.
because I'm gonna
yeah,
send
I'll
an email
go even
that-
if we don't get
If
credentials.
I
It's
can
such a
convince Allie to go,
pretty intimate
maybe.
venue, so-
I'll still go either way, but maybe.
Have
maybe
y'all
I'll
have
go.
you ever been to the Gas Monkey Bar and Grill, the
Mm-mm.
restaurant?
Think
No.
so?
Okay,
I've never been.
It's
So
been a
this
while.
is like they're getting, Gas Monkey at one time. Basically, what's his name? That Richard dipshit that runs Gas Monkey had 2 venues. He had the Gas Monkey Live. He had the Gas Monkey Bar and Grill.
Mhm.
The Gas Monkey Bar and Grill is the old Firewater.
Wasn't that shit based on a TV show or something?
Yeah, because of his fast and loud garage bullshit. So he started branching out to live music. Well, the licensing, blah blah blah, it became a big legal issue. He gave up on it. So now it's Amplified is the bar and grill.
Oh.
Seeing a band there is like seeing a band at Cloudland.
Oh, really?
Like,
Weird.
if you
It's
if
right
a,
there.
if a big band comes
So
through,
awesome.
they're gonna be in your
The
face.
best.
That's really awesome, though. That is cool.
It's an awesome venue to see a band you really like. Now, they cram a bunch of people in there, but it's cool just being like in an
The more
intimate
crammed,
environment.
The more intimate it feels, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's it's outdoor, which is weird, but it's an intimate like feeling because I think the furthest you can get from the stage is like 20 feet
Yeah,
before it
that's
goes
awesome.
upstairs and everything. It's a great place and it's a fun place to play. They love their artist. They treat everybody like royalty.
That's right.
Nice.
Like if you're a local band, they will treat you well.
Yeah,
I
they have
like
those
those
nailers
very
up
well.
there, don't they? Still,
I don't know.
or that was the national venue where they had nailers in the green room.
Yeah, I
you
think
could
so.
Play on.
to warm up, but yeah, it's a great joint.
When we went on tour the first time, we weren't used to green rooms. That was like
Holy
something
shit,
we
yeah.
never really.
Our first green
done.
room was like the Crescent Ballroom in fucking
We were
Phoenix.
just we felt so just awesome.
Yeah.
that
They're
was our
like,
first.
can we get you
introduction.
anything? We're like, no,
Like,
no,
what?
no. We
You wanna
wouldn't.
get
We
us
wouldn't. We
stuff?
wouldn't want to impose. No, no, no.
No, no, whatever you want, whatever you want.
And they're like,
What?
no, literally.
And now that
As
Tulips
Matt's
is
over there
here,
going,
that's the
"Green
first
room,
place-
cocaine."
Well, yeah, but that's the first
Well, yeah.
place in Fort Worth that's got a fucking green room. Other than, I mean, Mass technically has a green room, but
Tulips.
not really.
Yeah.
Mass doesn't
That's
have
what
a
I'm
green
saying.
room.
Yeah.
Tulips.
Rubber
yeah.
gloves.
Mass is the office.
Yeah,
Rubber
exactly,
Gloves has
exactly.
one.
Yeah, it's more of an office. So
Yeah, there's
Tulips
no
is
one
really
else
the
there.
first and only
Rubber gloves had a
venue
dead
that
body
I've
in it.
played at that
No
had a
shit.
green room.
What?
I don't know if it was in the green room, but they had a dead body.
We go back to a Netflix series about serial killers.
Oh, God.
But
talking about your neighbors.
There
Matt,
has
drive
been
this.
people. There has been people that lived in the green room at Rubber Gloves, especially the old school.
I don't
I
doubt
believe
that
it.
at all. Yeah, I totally believe that.
And I don't know if the guy that died there though was
That old
in
practice
there.
space.
Oh, yeah.
People lived there.
Every practice space that has ever existed, somebody's
Has
lived
someone
in.
living there.
Yeah. I had my high school drummer Sean. He lived at a practice space in Plano for a good long time.
There's no shower.
He smelled.
You know
bad,
what's
too.
sad is when you remember when we were younger back in the day when people would just when you could still get a rental spot, like a storage facility in like a U-Haul or whatever.
I practiced in many a storage
There,
facility.
that's when was sad is when
So
you had a
I-
buddy that decided to move into one of those. You're like, dude, come on,
Right,
man. There's
I've
no
seen
AC,
that.
no heater.
Oh god,
It happens.
Yeah, it
I've
happens.
almost come this close to
doing
doing that
it, yeah.
exact
Well, I've
same
seen
thing.
a buddy actually go full homeless and like
Yeah,
run be driving
Dumpster
my
dive and
routes, you know,
stuff.
delivering food or whatever, and like see him, you know,
Oh,
holding up a sign like, "Please help."
Yeah, I've had a couple that you're like,
And I'm
dude, I
like,
fucking know
"Holy
that dude.
Shit. Yeah, like
well, it's
the
one
last
thing
Especially
when
when
you're
you know-
17.
that guy-
It's another thing.
No,
40,
but dude, no, this guy was
45.
like on the street for like
No,
10
I know. That's
years.
what I'm saying. Yeah.
And you know, at that point, it's like, how
No,
do
Matt-
you even
Matt and I-
reintroduce
Matt and I are
yourself
talking
to
about the
society?
fun-loving 17-year-old who's living on the couch in a practice space.
Good,
Not
good
not-
for that kid.
Not,
you know,
not the.
I'm sure he'll land on his feet.
Not
Not
the
the. I
habitual-
actually have a problem.
Not
Yeah.
the guy, yeah, which is really
That's terrible,
sad.
man.
Yeah, it's sad.
It's
That's
a,
what's
there's a lot of that too with the way that Silicon Valley just kind of fucking pooped
Yeah.
out, and then all these people that came, you know, that fought in all these wars we've had, and they come back and they're not mentally good
They can't
already.
function
They
in
can't function in society, and next
Yeah.
thing you know, that's where their home is
See,
on
we
the
should
streets.
take
That
care of those
sucks.
people.
We should.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And,
Definitely.
and sure, there's plenty of homeless people pretending to be vets, but I mean, there's plenty of
There's a
vets
plenty
who
of-
are
exactly.
actually homeless.
Yeah.
So,
It sucks. Sucks, man. But you know,
drive down Lancaster sometime.
Hey,
Dude, that's a.
if
that's
you
a-
like,
I work over
just
there all
hit
the
that
time.
like button.
That's
Like
fucking
us.
difficult.
It's sad.
Which
man.
one?
It is sad.
What's that?
Lancaster.
The Lancaster
yeah.
area is really difficult.
Yeah.
Really, really difficult.
And in San Francisco, when we were touring over there, just walking from our hotel room to the place we were going to eat at, I mean, shooting up, shitting in the street, everything. Just, it's terrible.
Yeah, that's what, man. When you go to Austin now, you're like, what the fuck is this? You're like, this is not the Austin that I thought was the most amazing place in all of the world. Now,
All of
It just-
Texas.
I'm interested in 2 weeks going down there because it's been
well, they cleared
it's
it
been
up.
a year since
They
we've been
did-
down there because we went down.
They
It's
repealed
great.
the homeless could sleep any public place they want.
We
now.
went down there to shoot
Well-
the JJTM video, or our little show we were going to start doing, and someone forgot to edit it.
But I think
but we
they,
shot a lot of footage. But that was last year during South by Southwest. We went down
Yeah.
there during South by Southwest weekend, and it was so fucking odd because Austin was dead.
Right. I was wondering if they even
Dead.
had it because
Oh,
of
it was
COVID.
weird.
No, nothing.
We
and
drove
there was
everywhere.
no live music.
This
Everybody
year it'll be
closed
different.
down.
Oh,
It's
it's
gonna
gonna be
be
packed this year.
Insane.
Yeah.
Because
when
everybody
we go
wants it
down,
back.
it's going to be during South by. So
Yeah, it'll be slamming this year.
we're
So
going to be
everybody will
playing
want shit
for
back.
a large audience this year, I'm sure.
I bet
So
highly likely that
Man.
there's going to be a shit ton of people.
Well,
there.
when the last time we went down to Austin wasn't even a year ago, and it was packed.
Well, we went right. Was it the week of all the lockdowns? Everything got
yeah.
repealed. And,
Oh,
like,
we were
pulled
supposed
off,
to-
and
we were
no one
supposed to
was
have
ready
9
to go
shows
out.
that week.
We
I
went the
see.
true weekend of
Let it-
South by Southwest weekend.
Yeah,
And
it had-
everything
the
got locked
second
down.
year of COVID.
no,
or
it
the
had
first
gotten
year?
unlocked.
Last
It-
year.
Remember,
Oh, last okay.
it was they had just gotten
Because it got
unlocked
shut
for
down
like
the
2
first
weeks.
year.
It got
When
shut
they
down the
still
first year.
eerie.
Got shut down the second year. The second year they said we're gonna, we're not gonna do it. But yeah, they said
That was
unlocked,
weird.
but no one knew what to do,
Yeah.
and no one had booked
So
any
they didn't
shows.
come.
So we drove by one bar that had live music, and it was
That was
a cover
about it.
band.
Yeah,
Wow, it sounds like Fort Worth on a Monday or something.
Yeah, it was.
and there was not
weird.
there was we saw one cop the whole
Are you
trip.
talking about when
Wow,
COVID
they were
started?
all home.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were supposed to. Jack Jack Martinez, Britt Robichaud, and I were supposed to fly out to Electrical Audio to record with
Steve Albini.
Steve. Good old Steve. And then time came to April, and it was like we waited until like 3 weeks out, and then it was like,
well, we were supposed
we don't
to
want to
play
be the
a
people to
show.
kill.
We had 9 South by gigs booked.
Yeah, we had not just 9 South by gigs booked,
Oh,
but
we had
we
a
had a
release
show with fucking Joan
Called it
Jett.
off.
Oh,
We
that's
had a
right.
show
We had a
with
show
Joan Jett and Loverboy,
I got a
Yeah.
picture with her.
and it got canceled.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
also
yeah.
had a
Arms
show
around her.
Jerry set up for us, and
Yeah.
then Jerry passed away.
Why the fuck did y'all have 9?
South by. That's how
we
you do.
were-
That's how you do South by.
Yeah.
I know that's how
yeah.
you do South by, but
It's
come
a
on.
week of shows. We were
Dude,
playing
that's-
3 a day.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
That's fine. That's
Yeah.
fine. I thought
Yeah.
you meant like Saturday, Sunday. We're gonna cram in 9 shows.
No, it's over like 5
It was
days.
Wednesday through Saturday.
because
or
that's
Wednesday
when it
through
starts.
Sunday.
Wednesday through Sunday is
Because we
is
had
the music
like
side
there's
of it.
like 3 or 4 like unofficials that we'd hit every year. Dreamy Life always threw one that we'd hit.
well, kind of like Sagebrush.
Yeah,
this year's is
Sauce
unofficial.
Sauce Tex always had one
We
that we
were
hit.
cruising, man.
There was
Yeah.
There's another one that we always hit.
Y'all
There
are
was like
killing yourselves.
it was fun.
It was
Fuck,
fun.
It was so much fun.
We were having a blast.
Where? Which one?
All of them, like the whole weekend.
The
Or
Sauce
whole-
Tex one?
All
No,
the
just
shows.
all
of
the shows,
March
all the
when
South
When
by
you're doing
shows.
9.
COVID hit.
yeah. That brings me to this, guys. You guys realize what I sent to you earlier in the Uncle Toasty thread about Brett Bradford.
Brad Bretford.
Brad Bretford.
Yeah.
He's a commentator for Fox
No.
Football, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Game show host.
What
Used
is
to
it?
do the $50,000 pyramid.
No.
Oh, okay.
Shit.
Double Dare. He used to host Double Dare.
No, he was
Didn't that
the
dude kill himself?
guitarist of
No,
Scratch Acid.
he's
Is
still
going to
alive.
be at this show.
My bad.
He does that.
Why was he gonna be?
He does
there?
voiceover now.
I
The
don't
dude
know.
that was
I
on
don't
the
know. I
Family
don't think
Feud,
you
I'm
guys
pretty sure he
realize-
killed
I
himself.
don't think you
talking
guys
about
realize
Double
how cool that
Wouldn't
really is.
Didn't he do Double Dare for
No.
a little
What
bit?
are you talking about?
I've listened to Scratch Acid for
He was
years.
like the
and that is
original one?
That
kind of
is-
fucking cool.
That is wild to
Double
me.
Dare
That
was,
is that this guy's going to
Hold on, we
show
have
up
2
to
commentators. We have
Sorry.
2.
Sauce Tex thing. Is-
Sorry,
Me
Matt
and Joe started cut.
Matt
like,
and I haven't seen each
chasing
other in
a
a long
rat.
time.
Yeah.
So hold
This
on.
happens.
Y'all finish y'all's because this is kind of cool.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
No,
we're
please.
what we're talking about is not cool. So
Yeah,
go ahead.
we
Yeah,
can
we're-
bring this offline.
Well, now I got to.
Put the microphone in your mouth.
Well, now I got to remember his name, right? I got to get it right. Damn, that
Take your
sucks. Nice.
time.
Blah 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 blah.
He must not be that important then.
Right.
It's Brad Bedford, baby.
Brett Bradford will be performing at the show, and
What show?
Joe,
What are you talking about?
The Sagebrush Show.
the Sagebrush show in
Okay,
Austin.
good to know.
Put the
Should
microphone in your
mention that.
And I say Scratch Acid, and it's like you're just like, oh, Scratch Acid.
No, it's not that part I'm confused about. It's everything else.
I'm a big fan of Scratch Acid, but who's he playing with now? Is he solo or does he have another band?
He's playing with he plays with Suckling now.
Is that who's
That
playing?
didn't help things.
That's who he's playing with now.
At
But I mean,
Sagebrush?
Are they playing? They're playing at Sagebrush the night we play.
I don't think so. But he's on.
Wait, what
what
are
is
we
it called?
doing?
Jefferson Trout.
Who
But he's
is-
gonna be at the show.
He's gonna just be there.
He's just
not
gonna be there.
playing.
He's
He's
gonna,
just gonna be there.
Fucking be there.
Why?
He's not on the lineup.
Why? Because
Let's
I mean,
kick
like,
a shout out to him.
He's
Shout
cool
out
with
to
the
Brad
s-
Bedford.
Who told
Yes,
you he was
sir.
gonna be there?
He's in the event page.
They're like, he's gonna be there.
I can't wait till he does
Featuring
commentary with
special
Troy
audience,
Aikman.
That
special
name,
audience
right?
Who
member.
the fuck? Why would that be on the
Special
event page?
It's just there. I mean, like
He's gonna walking
gonna
around the
sh-
crowd.
I invited John Carpenter.
Hey,
Famous
I
people
invited
will
Bill
be
Murray
there.
for y'all's show. So if he
Sorta.
shows up, y'all give me some fucking.
Did
Since-
you should just call us
dude who was
hotline.
in a
Shout out,
band that
man. Be like,
influenced
Stubbs did
Nirvana
this.
is gonna be at this show. That is fucking cool to me.
It
I
is
thought
cool.
that was Flipper,
It's
generic.
cool, but that's something you kind of hear word of mouth, not like promoted on the flyer. Like this guy's gonna be
Featuring special audience member.
Yeah.
No one put that on any flyer. I just
Come
like
and
found
stand
You
it.
by
I
just
was
him.
like,
said at
oh,
the event page.
he's
that's how
gotta
you
be
found
playing
out
it.
about it.
Get there early and stand beside.
there's no reason for him to
Bill
be there if
Murray.
he's not playing.
Wait, is he playing?
He's got to be playing, is what I'm
With
saying.
whom?
So you know,
I don't know. He's got to be playing with somebody.
You
That's
don't
the thing
know
about
nothing.
South by though. You don't.
If Brett
It's not-
Bradford's
you
going
don't
to
It's
be
not
showing up.
technically
man.
South
He's
by,
playing with
though,
somebody.
right?
Also invited is Sandra Bullock
It's the
She got a band?
Sagebrush show isn't technically a
With
South
Juliette
by
Lewis?
thing, right?
and
They're
Matthew
heavy.
McConaughey.
Is the Sagebrush thing considered a South by thing?
It's
unofficial.
It's unofficial.
Okay, so we're not doing any South by this year then. right?
Unofficial.
No, we're
Unofficial.
just the
We
unofficial.
would
That's the way
know
you
by
want
now.
it, though, man.
The unofficial
We've
stuff.
never done
cool
official.
The unofficial
never-
stuff gets more
We've never done
attraction than official
South
stuff.
by anything. I
What do you
don't
want
think.
to do? The official shit's like Lady Gaga and Depeche Mode
I'm not
and
saying,
shit like that. The
I'm not
unofficial
worried
stuff
about
is
it.
Or you
is
could
way
be
more fun.
homeless and put a Wi-Fi center on you and walk around. That's
Yeah.
that's always fun.
The unofficial shit's always way more cool.
It's always been.
I've
a lot
always
of
had
fun.
way more fun at unofficial shit than.
And
I've
it's a
had a
lot
lot
easier
of
to
fun
park
at
at.
unofficial shit at South by too.
I think that's like the soul of it, though. Too.
Yeah.
That's really
Yeah,
the
that's
spirit
what
of the
makes it
whole
cool.
thing,
Where
yeah.
where South by Southwest got commercially kind of crooked or
Right.
sideways was when they did the Wi-Fi thing on the homeless. That was so fucking terrible. Everybody's like, "Okay, this has gone the distance now." South
Wi-Fi
by
thing on the homeless? What'd they do?
they were
They put Wi-Fi routers,
hotspots
on homeless
people.
people,
Why?
and had them walk around so that
So
way
that people could
everybody
have
had
internet?
connection.
yes,
That was like 4 years ago.
like paid them like $4 an hour or
Paid
some
'em
shit.
to carry this
Dude.
this
was
battery
It's very
pack
sad.
and shit.
Not
At
a
least they
plot
got
from Silicon
paid.
Valley.
I mean,
This
wow.
is 100% ago, and it was so fucked up.
That's some Bateman shit.
That
That's
is
fucking crazy.
wild.
Yeah, that's when you knew Austin was backtracking a little bit.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
not as woke as they used to be.
What was really weird? Remember the year we did the river show, the riverboat thing.
That was the
showcase?
last year before COVID.
And it was weird because
We got
up
to see a
here
guy's penis.
you can't smoke anywhere. You can't smoke in Dallas. You can't smoke. You got to go like 100 feet away. Well, I guess all the hipster witches and stuff down there decided they were going to give the bird to the man. And every time you were out anywhere at any kind of show, people were like, "I'm smoking a cigarette here just to show I'm a rebel." It was like smoking was cool again. It's weird.
They smoked all over the
So
boat.
cool.
They
There's-
smoked cigarette and
So
weed
cool.
all over the boat.
So cool.
There's one bar on 6th where they still, or I don't know
can't
if it's
stand
still.
6th Street.
I know,
It's the
of course,
worst.
yeah.
Yeah, I want to die.
But there's one bar down there where they just let you smoke because they like fuck it.
Do
Yeah.
they still have women dancing in the door?
I
frame?
haven't been in 10 years. I have
Okay.
no idea.
What they call those people? The
The bat bar was where the women were
the
dancing.
people that were smoking. I considered what's that term that people used to use? The edgelords.
Edgelord.
The edgelords down
Edgelords.
there were all smoking cigarettes because they weren't going to take it anymore.
Yeah.
Like, it was funny. Yeah.
Let's see here. What time are
South
we
by
at?
Southwest
We're
is
getting close.
still. It's one of those things. It's kind of like L.A. I always bitch about L.A. till I get out there.
And then
Same
you're
with
like-
South by Southwest. I bitch about it till I
Yeah.
get there, and I'm like, I love this.
LA is
Okay,
great.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. LA is great.
L.A. is
That's
awesome.
so much fun.
We had a dolly stolen in LA the last time we were there.
San Francisco.
Fuck it.
A painting?
That's it.
The Salvador
Yeah,
Dali?
Yeah, a dolly. It was an
Wow.
original
The
dolly.
Portrait
You
of
got a
Dolly
dolly?
Parton?
Was it L.A. or was
Did
it
you
San
tribute it?
Francisco?
No, it was
It's
LA.
LA.
It was
Oh,
LA. And it was literally like we were
You had persistence
we were,
of time stolen from you?
we were unloading from the fucking hi-hat in
Yeah.
LA and
Yeah.
we literally turned our backs to put something in the van, turned around and
We
our
were
gone.
like, no, we
dolly
were
was
still
gone.
sitting there talking, and yeah, like somebody just like snagged it and kept walking.
But
no
it was
one said
within like
shit.
it was 30 seconds maximum.
Yeah,
A
it
bunch of
happened
assholes.
fast.
Well, they needed it worse than you.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah.
They're
Add it to
moving
their
really
house.
hard.
Except that was only like our halfway point on the
Dude,
tour.
do you know what's so weird is the band we were playing with that night. They were like, "Man, it must be so cool to come from Texas." You know, like the politics here is so ass backwards. Like the politics in Texas, and I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah.
And then the other person was like,
Completely
"Oh,
straight.
shut up, shut
And
up."
you know
shut
what?
up."
And then that band stole our fucking guarantee too.
Yep.
Ooh, that
Ooh,
sucks. How much was
yeah.
the guarantee?
Y'all didn't kill him?
It was just a couple $100.
That man, if he
No,
was in
it
that
was more-
band, would have tracked
More?
him down.
Four?
Yeah, it was closer to fucking like $1,000.
If that happens this weekend
Yeah.
or South by Southwest, that man's gonna go to jail.
Yeah, you better
because
not
he'll
let
chase
me
him
know,
down.
because I will kill someone.
Hey, what was that band's
He'll do-
name?
You'll do the
I'd have to look. I don't remember.
I don't either because they were that
Hold on a second.
forgettable.
Wait a second.
Where do these guys live? Oh, I have connections to figure out where these guys live.
They bet
Let's go
they
break
stole
some
the dolly,
knees.
dude.
I bet they did. They took our guarantee and the dolly.
Those
Well, they didn't take
motherfuckers.
our whole guarantee, but they definitely talked
They were
us.
like
They talked us out of a portion of it.
right-wing LA band. It was weird.
A
Yeah.
right wing LA band.
Yeah.
What are they
Jesus.
called?
That's weird.
I don't know.
The
That
right,
happens.
They were like a
right-wingers.
southern
the
rock
right wing
LA
Reagans,
band.
the Reagans.
Now you've really
the
blown
Reagans.
my mind.
That's what I'm saying. It was like going up there. and
Iron
I was
Reagans.
They're called
expecting one
Reagan-
thing,
They're called Reagan's jelly beans.
and
Never
it
had
was
a bad
totally
feeling
the
from 'em
complete
still.
opposite.
the Maggers, the Trump train.
I can't even imagine how you
Yeah.
would live in
The
Southern
Tea Partiers.
California and come up with Southern rock.
They didn't have a lot of.
But you know what? And
people
we
there
we
for 'em.
played Orange County and it was like all just like
That's a different story.
Super
Yeah.
left wing people.
But
though.
there was a lot
But
of
that's what I'm
people
saying,
there
like-
though, and they enjoyed the music.
Well,
but they
Orange
also
County
caused
has-
problems. They got in a big thing with the BBCs that night.
Oh, that's
Whoa,
right,
Big
yeah.
Blackhawks.
No, it's a
No.
band from Italy that we're
Well,
buddies
see,
with. The
Orange County's weird because you got
BEDESE.
Huntington Beach there, and that's one of the most conservative cities in
Well, that's what I'm
in
saying.
California.
We
It's a
played Alta
conservative
Mesa.
town.
which
Very
is-
weird.
Alta Mesa's I think we headlined in Alta Mesa, and that sounds super conservative too. Apparently, but
Really?
it was like everybody was really chill and
They all loved it.
Yeah.
What
It
was
a good
weird
crowd.
was the last time we went out for NAMM
Yeah.
was seeing all the gun show
Yeah,
ads everywhere, and I was like, "Where are we?
Can
I
you
thought we
even
were in
have a gun here?
California. I didn't know
Yeah.
you could own a
Dude.
gun."
I tell you what, though,
you go
driving
north
bet-
enough,
yeah.
it's just like Weatherford.
Well, driving
Yeah.
driving between LA
Bakersfield
and
and all
LA,
that.
driving between LA and San Francisco was like very much like, okay, yeah, we're in the rural west,
And
like,
a lot of
yeah,
people there were from Texas too.
yeah.
Mm.
Then once you get
Makes
up to
sense.
like
Then they all moved
fucking
back.
Medford and like Southern Oregon and stuff,
Yeah,
it's like
a little different
shit
crowd.
gets weird. Yeah.
No, there was the guy who said that.
I missed the fucking
There was
road.
the guy who said that he was from Weatherford.
There was a guy from Weatherford in that bar in
Was that
Northern
in
California.
Was that in Medford
No,
or
it was maybe it was the bar with the
Reading.
Reading?
Reading. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you know that joint was pretty fucking fun.
That
Honestly,
was a fun night.
Did y'all
Yeah.
ever play Bakersfield? I hear there's fantastic things that come from Bakersfield.
Well,
we didn't
no, we
play
skipped
there.
Bakersfield.
Hey man,
yeah.
Korn and Gary Allen.
and
Missed that one.
fucking Buck Owens.
I'm waiting for
Oh,
Susie
that's
to
right.
light
Yeah, I
up the
forgot about
chat
Buck
room.
Owens. Yeah.
Let's see if she does.
Is
Come on.
Susie from Bakersfield?
No, she's like, there's nothing good that comes from Bakersfield.
Oh,
Ever.
that's not true. Buck Owens.
Corn
Gary Allen.
Corn.
and corn.
The Bakersfield sound,
Meth.
man. That's all the country that I like. That's where that shit came from.
So I've got a bunch of shit here on the show notes here that I don't really want to go into because a lot of it's Ukraine, Russia stuff.
No.
Yeah,
But-
let's don't weigh the show down.
I don't want to. I don't want to weigh the show
Politically
note, but
charged.
I do want to say something. I'm kind of pissed,
Yes.
and I want to put a shout out and a little memorial to. I guess yesterday we lost the Antonov A225. There was one in the world. It's the largest airplane.
Oh no, that was a couple days ago.
And there was a couple days ago.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of upset by this because this
Fucked
was
up.
the largest airplane in the world.
I think
You
there's-
could put the windmills like that are out in West Texas. You could load them up in there, no problem, and fly with it.
I think
Really?
if I read correctly, I think that there's the backup one that's mostly spare parts or whatever.
Mhm.
I think they'll probably rebuild.
So
that.
how
They said they are 100% going to rebuild it, but they couldn't get this one off the ground when the attack started because they had engine problems and
So
they were
this
waiting
was
for parts
in,
to get there. It's in
Ukraine?
Ukraine.
How as far as
It's Russian built though.
compared
It is
to
Russian
the
built,
Spruce
yeah.
Goose, what are we talking here?
7
20
times bigger.
Yeah.
Damn.
The wingspan is 290 feet. So take the
747. How about that one?
twice as big.
Yeah.
Wow.
So take the
I know what jet you're talking about actually.
It's not a jet.
Oh, it's a prop engine?
No, it's jet.
Oh yeah.
Thought it
it's
was a
jet.
jet.
It's like
it
a
has
6 engine.
6 engines. It's
Yeah.
twice as big as an Airbus 380, which is the biggest commercial airplane.
Wow.
This was a cargo plane that they would throw the shuttle on, or throw the Russian shuttle on, and they would load with all sorts of shit and fly it around the world for humanitarian efforts.
This is cargo.
It's
plane.
a giant fucking plane. The
Oh,
main
no, that's not what I thought it
the
was.
main single front landing gear had 32 wheels on it.
It looks like a
Okay.
it looks like a full bass, like a
So-
bass that's ate too many minnows and perch.
Yeah. Listen, the next
thing
time
is
you drive
huge,
by
man.
Six Flags and you look at the oil derrick,
Mhm.
the orange tower at Six Flags out here,
Yeah.
that was its wingspan.
Jesus.
But laying down, it was gigantic. It had made one appearance out here at the Alliance Air Show one year, and I happened to be there and walked through it.
Oh man.
The plane's fucking gigantic, and there was
Yeah.
one. they started making another one, but it was right when the Soviet Union was falling apart. So they just kind of, over the years, have kind of been working on it here and there. But they also have the 124.
So I missed the part of the story of what happened to it.
It was sitting in the airfield.
Got blowed up by Russians.
Russia blew it up.
Oof.
And
Bladny
Russia.
Ruski.
they're trying to figure
Vladimir.
out what is salvageable from it, but Antonov said it's coming back because this is a thing. This is like the pride of
I'd like
Ukraine.
to take that to Austin.
Wow, I bet they're
From
pretty
here.
proud of
There
blowing
would be
it up.
no airport you could land at.
There,
Really?
Yeah, Alliance. It landed at Alliance one
That
year
was
for an air show.
They had to clear the whole.
That's
county.
because it's big enough, it's wide enough, and long enough runway for
So
it
you
to
can't land it in
That's
Arlington
wild.
Municipal.
No.
That's
And
nuts.
usually at air shows they'll have the Antonov 124s, which are gigantic on their own. They're the same size as a C5, but this makes a C5 look like a little bitty
Like a
prop
fucking
plane.
like a puddle
Yeah.
jumper.
Yeah, this
Wow.
thing was.
That's a cool looking plane.
So if you
gigantic.
were like on it by yourself,
Oh man,
you'd feel like
Hello.
you're
Little
in.
bitty
How many
dot.
square feet?
You wouldn't
think?
even
guys,
you wouldn't even
guys.
realize you were flying.
how many
Yeah.
how many co-pilots does it have to have?
Mm.
It's like
Probably just-
12.
Probably
At
just
least
2.
You think?
7 cream Adil Jabbars.
Oh, here's
There you go. We've made it full circle
here's
now.
here's a shot of it with a semi truck coming out of.
Yeah, look at that face right there. The plane,
Well, the nose is pulled up and it looks ridiculous.
The plane is gigantic, and I was really upset hearing that it was still there because I was hoping like it's a Ukrainian plane. It was made when Ukraine was still part of the Soviet Union, so they had a bunch of money. But I was hoping that
That's
it had gotten
fucking
away,
insane.
and then you hear these reports coming down that yeah
Suffered
didn't
the
survive.
loss.
But it's the largest airplane in the world. There's one.
Fuck you,
There's
Russia.
a second one that's
Sorry, Joe.
basically airframe.
Oh, I'm not Russian. I spent literally my
Well, I'm
entire.
sure you got Russian friends.
My entire not well.
He
Yeah,
was
okay, a
fighting
couple.
the Russians.
Yeah, I spent my entire first career fighting Russians.
well,
He
that's
was
what all.
literally
He
shooting.
respects
That's
the
what everyone that I've
culture.
met from the deep state says. Too.
Literally-
That's another
we were
like
fighting the Russians.
8-hour
literally
show
sh-
we could do.
Literally
Yeah, we
shooting at
should.
Russians.
We could.
But you respect the culture a lot, and you
Yeah,
love
and
the
I
culture
do. The people are
and all
Yeah.
that.
That's the problem. Is this whole war? I think people that are jumping on either side are like, you need to just tap the
Just
brakes.
chill.
Yeah.
We need to feel sorry for the people on both sides that are being affected by this.
Right.
Like Ukraine's got some.
Lake Shasta is
So
awesome too.
first off, Russia has a bunch of dark shit going on.
Ukraine has a lot of dark,
Ukraine
too,
has
yeah.
a lot of dark shit going on.
All intertwined with their government,
Everywhere
too,
it
though.
is.
The people that are being affected though and are being driven out of their homeland and
Yeah.
the places they love and the people that are getting hurt, the civilians that are caught up in the middle of it, that's who you need to
That's very
support
true, man.
on
Very
both
true.
sides. On
a
both
lot of
Very
sides.
true.
students also that are like from other
Yeah.
places that are trapped over there.
Word.
So-
Yeah.
So, the kind of on the same subject, I saw a documentary on, I think it was Fox News about Vladimir Putin. Like they did a special about him, and you would not believe how much they got into Pussy Riot. I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh yeah,
They
that was
caused a
big deal.
ton of problems
Yeah.
in
That was a
Russia.
huge
I
deal.
forgot
They
how
were
I
gonna
forgot
chop
how
their
huge
heads
it
off.
was.
That started when I was there.
They were going
Yeah,
to die.
it was funny because Mandy was sitting there. I was like, they just played here like 6 months ago.
Yeah,
It's like
that was a
they,
big
they
deal
were
too.
major players in geopolitical.
You could catch them like when I was living there. You could catch them at
Just at
the-
some
the-
bar?
the equivalent of the grotto.
Yeah,
Dude,
Jeffrey
and that's
Lord
what's
and
so
I-
fucking cool about music. And,
Yeah,
yeah.
and the way you reach people.
Jeffrey Lord and I watched them down in Houston open for at that festival, that Day for Night festival.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They played right or like 2 slots before Nine Inch Nails. But yeah, we were
It's
down there and we were like,
amazing.
this is fucking interesting. And then we got to question each other like, is this kind of like a business venture? Like is there a bunch of different little Pussy Riot
I don't
No,
think
I don't
so,
think
man.
so.
I
It's
think
with
it's
the
just
one girl
yeah.
that drives around?
Just
Is
the
it the
one
same?
Yeah, I
band.
think it's just
It is
them.
the same
Yeah.
band.
Yeah.
Okay,
Talk
I
about a
wanted to-
badass interview that would be.
But
get
it's
to interview them.
They were cool as fuck. It was fun. sitting
They
there
were
watching
ready
them
to
going, like,
die
this is cool.
for what they were promoting, what they believed in.
They came out in their pink.
Yeah.
What do you call them when you pull this shit?
Ski
over?
mask.
Balaclava.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They came out in those, and they were just fucking going nuts and just bitching and yelling, and half the stuff was in English, half the shit was in Russian. I was like, this is cool.
Yeah.
I really
wish
like
I
this.
could have seen that. I wish I would have made that show.
It was awesome. That was a fun thing seeing them down there. Yeah, but they were like a lot of people. I think American media kind of pushes them off like they're just kind of like, first your name is Pussy
Well, the
Riot.
mainstream media does, not people that know.
They're hard to classify, like
Yeah.
as far as not knee jerk classifying them as just like shock punk.
But they have caused massive problems. I mean, when the
Holy
Sochi
shit,
Olympics were coming up, they like made a big deal about them not being anywhere in
Near.
the area.
Yeah.
Or not causing any disturbance, and if they did, it was like death.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're going to Siberia and you're going to die.
Well, I mean, that's the thing that people don't understand too is we talked about this last week. I think a lot of people that follow politics and geopolitical storms and stuff know this, but the main population of the U.S. has no idea that Vladimir Putin is ex-KGB. They have no fucking clue. This guy is fucking designed to take down the Western world.
Yeah.
And people are just like...
His, I mean, there's plenty of other podcasts have covered it pretty in depth, but
it's like the whole rest of the country's coming to coming to grips with it.
He started out, his career he was a pretty like low level do nothing KGB officer.
Didn't he get rejected at first or something? Like
I would want to do some homework and have some notes in front of me before like talking too much on it, but basically the kind of the Cliff's Notes version of it was
he went to them and they said get out of here.
No.
Here.
He got picked up as a junior officer, but then he got stationed in Germany, and it was at a post where he was pretty ineffectual. I can't remember exactly what happened, but then he ended up kind of rising through the ranks, and then he was the number 2 for
Boris Yeltsin?
No, for the mayor of St. Petersburg.
That's right.
And so and he was crazy loyal to the mayor of St. Petersburg, whose name fucking escapes me right at the moment. But what happened was that the mayor of St. Petersburg and Boris Yeltsin were kind of like at odds at the time, and Boris Yeltsin put like a huge smear campaign on this dude, and so Putin actually like arranged to fly him out of the country. And so Yeltsin was Yeltsin was so taken with his loyalty to this dude. He's like, well, if this dude's gonna be this loyal to this guy, then like I want him on my fucking payroll. And then that was kind of the begin of his climb. It's a much more nuanced and detailed story than that. There's been several NPR podcasts that go into pretty great detail.
There's also a lot of people that don't understand the equivalence of the KGB to what it would be in
here,
like the American military.
Well, so the KGB, what it would translate to, it's hard. It's a
CIA.
It's a loose translation. Well, except that the CIA's directive is foreign spying. The CIA does not work officially within.
So
the
Hillary
United States.
CIA.
No,
if you really want to get ugly,
it's kind of the FBI, the CIA, and if you put in
the deep
special
state.
forces and NSA, these guys are trained.
It's the deep state.
It's not like a guy in a
state. There's no such thing as deep state.
It's not like a guy in a suit that walks around
there's not.
and observes what another person does. The KGB also has to like hand to hand and kill these guys.
Yeah.
Like they need to know what the fuck to do. They're all around.
The FSB and so we had in my old job we had an org chart where you could see where because I was in 10, 12 years after the fall of the Soviet Union, or I guess maybe 20 years ish or 15 years ish after the fall of the Soviet Union. So we had an org chart that would go like this KGB office equates to this FSB office, and then it was weird, like all the Cholenov or whatever, like the arms of the the branches were similar but different, and they had different.
Should have taken a picture of that, man.
I literally couldn't. I'd literally
be dead.
He would be
literally-
dead.
I would literally
He would be in a prison.
Yeah, I'd be in fucking Leavenworth right now if I fucking did that.
Which is in Kansas City, which is nice.
Yeah, I've heard good things.
It's a good thing.
It's
Moving
That's
rocks
crazy.
all day long.
Well, the documentary said that Putin was like, as soon as he got into law school, went to the KGB and said, I want in. And they're like, that's not how it works. And then when he graduated, that's when they're like, okay, now we want you.
Yeah.
And
well, I'd say first.
so do you think he's a genius, or do you think he's lost his damn mind lately? I
Yeah.
think he's been the same the whole
both.
time.
I think it's both. I think he's
just a psychopathic
you think
genius.
he's getting old?
I think he's a genius who has lost his mind.
He's getting
Yeah.
old and starting to realize that his mark
Do
on
you
this
think-
earth.
Do you think that there's a chance that he gets assassinated in the next year or two?
No. Whoa. No.
I do. Because he
No,
is
it would-
the
there's
oligarchs
no
have
way.
power like a motherfucker.
The only way
There's
that he
no
could get
way.
assassinated, they would have to turn one of his bodyguards.
Man, you've pissed off every oligarch there known to mankind. Now they're
Okay,
probably more
so-
pissed at
okay,
the U.S.
But you also have to realize he's the richest man in Russia.
That's a good point.
The
So-
mobster guy.
No, Putin is, and he's low key.
I think
it's not
it's
a broadcast
A
thing.
and B.
Yeah, those two are
They're
right
really
there
close.
next to each other.
But so who's gonna? You can't buy off.
No, and
Anybody
they're
in
both
Putin's
buddies.
eyes.
But you
so-
do have. But the thing is, at some point, you have a whole country that is starting to be like, "What the fuck?" Like,
I
can you
think-
imagine if
I
the
think
U.S.
I
couldn't
think
get
you
to
may-
Facebook all of a sudden?
I think you
It'd be
may
like-
see. I think you may see another '92 revolution.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I
More
don't. I
something
don't.
like that.
I don't think Putin will be assassinated.
So
I
you,
don't-
do you
I
think
think
he's
that's
just
an
going
imp-
to step down?
I think that's an impossibility. I don't know. I
think it's going to be the mushroom party.
It's so up in the air right now. But I do
crazy.
I do think another '92 revolution is far more
Plausible?
it's far more plausible than Putin getting assassinated.
The problem is,
And actually, Putin getting assassinated is not a great.
Well,
thing.
okay, so here's the deal. I think the only reason that
It
could
was
happen
on
is
a
because
way
what you
past
just said.
it.
The most plausible thing is a '92 revolution, right?
Mhm.
Like that, and he won't go out like that. That's why I think he could get taken out because he's not gonna. He's either gonna.
He's so He's so rich and he's so protected and he's so bunkered down right now that he'd
He's
either
untouchable?
he's just untouchable at this point.
There's no way.
Chuck Norris.
Maybe.
Fucking
Send
And
him
let
out.
or
Send Chuck Norris and Marlon.
or
Fucking
Marlon
Nicolas
Chuck Norris.
Cage.
Steven
go, man.
Steven
Steven
Skull
Seagal.
has been deep cover this
Steven
whole
Seagal.
fucking time.
Yeah.
Deep cover.
He's like, look at this. I went from New Orleans to this.
But I got smooth ass hair. All right, I gotta go pee, guys.
So there's one more story I want to
Smoke
say to
some
end this
weed.
show, and
Yeah,
this will
me too.
entertain everybody.
About to get baked.
This is an older story, but I just came across it this week because it received a lot of traction and it made me laugh. So the security robot out in DC, they won't say what company it works for.
Boston Dynamics.
They gave this security robot that looks like a little
Bureau of Diplomatic Security.
the top of a missile is what it looks
Shut
like. It's
up.
like a little, point that comes down. They decided to give it the gift of intelligence. So that way it can make decisions
Never a
on
good
its
thing.
own.
The curse of
How do
intelligence.
you
do
don't know how
that?
to do that yet?
Yeah.
Skynet.
How do you do that?
Skynet.
It's a good question, but they decided to let it make choices on its own.
How?
They gave it all the knowledge it
Programmed it
could
that way?
soak up, and they programmed it, and for a while it did good. It did security around the building, this DC company, and it went around and did its thing until it finally decided that
Didn't need humans anymore.
that humankind wasn't
Stupid.
correct, and it decided to drown itself, and it drove itself into
I remember
a lake of water.
Sounds about right.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it just gave up on life.
I think I'm gonna do that
So basically,
tomorrow.
through all logic and reason, the only conclusion was kill yourself.
Was kill itself.
Wow.
Or
so-
kill all the humans.
This
Probably.
DC office, it drove into. They have a fountain, and this fountain goes around. It's got a wall around
Must
it
die.
until one side. It's got these stairs. It drove itself around to the stairs and just drove off into the water to kill itself
Wow.
because it wasn't worth living with
Because
humans.
it couldn't do it.
That's me driving home from work every day. Should I just drive to that pond?
I mean, we all think about
Just
it.
take it out.
Yeah, just fucking going.
He
Definitely
fucking
thought
did.
about
He
it.
was like,
There,
"No, this is the only way. I have to do it." And he
This
did
is
it.
it.
Yeah.
Robot
Wow.
depression, man.
That is
That's a
But
bitch.
also,
That's
it doesn't really
insane.
value life in the way that we do. Like, I think that we're hardwired with like survive.
survive,
There's
and
something in us
valuing life.
that goes against all reason and all logical thought, and it just says just fucking survive.
Yeah.
and we do it. And I think that whatever that is, that robot wasn't given.
He wouldn't have it.
That
did.
well,
That would
it
make
was
a lot of
probably just fed, Johnny Five alive, and
That's
I'm gonna.
I think that's part of our evolution, though. Like a part of a reason we're able to survive is
Short
because
circuit?
against all logic and reason, we just prevail.
But
Choose
it's like,
to wake up.
what
and do
other
it.
whatever movies have we seen where the robot is going through human history and all of a sudden sees like, oh, these guys just want to kill each other. They don't want to have.
What about
iRobot?
Asimov's
Everything.
Asimov's law, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a
Or
million of them.
Asimov's laws of robotics.
So I thought that was fucking hilarious because this has gained traction this week for some reason, but that it was given full intelligence and
Imagine if
and
you
it
were
could choose
the
what it
company
wanted
that
to do in its
invested
life,
that robot.
Yeah.
and it just decided
You
to
just dumped $2 billion into this
drive
robot
into the
and it said,
water.
"Fuck
And
it,
when
I'm
they
done."
went back and they analyzed it and they said that it committed suicide because of human history.
Imagine if you were the guy that dumped all the money into that project and was like,
Shit.
You learned a big lesson
Yeah.
that day.
"Yeah, I guess you
fuck.
fucked."
If he wants to
Shit,
kill himself,
man.
I'm gonna kill himself.
You learned a
So-
billion-dollar lesson.
Yeah. I
About-
created something that's
Killed itself.
that killed itself. Well, that's good.
Oh god.
All right, I gotta go to the bathroom.
That's pretty
guys.
awesome.
Y'all take us
Well,
out
I think
'cause I
like
gotta go to
when
the
you look
bathroom.
at nature, like and when intelligence reaches a certain height, the animals start to kill themselves. You
Yeah.
know, like whales, dolphins. I mean, like
Or
just
it's like what is the animal once they realize their population is too great, they go and they jump off the cliff.
Oh, I haven't heard about
Lemmings.
No,
Is that what it
that
is?
turned out to be bullshit.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, that turned out to be bullshit.
Really?
Then why were they jumping off the cliff? Just for the fuck of it?
No, because the filmmakers pushed them off the cliff.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
that
you
was the
gotta
thing.
be kidding
No,
right now.
that was the thing. Is the
What?
Yeah, the filmmakers fucking
Those
herded
pieces
them
of
off the
shit.
They
cliff.
scared them.
Yeah.
Like the
the same
Indians
way
used to
you
do
would with
buffalo.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a fucking like a buffalo jump. Yeah.
Wow.
What?
Yep.
Oh my
yep.
God.
That whole
actually
thing
makes more sense.
Yeah, that whole thing is
Uh,
total bullshit. Lemmings. Yeah, that's not how they
That's
operate.
way
Apparently.
worse.
Are
Well,
these
leave it to
directors and
humans.
producers still alive? We need to take them out.
I don't know,
That's
but
not cool.
I
No
mean, I'm sure
shit.
it's the same folks that did Milo and Otis. That
Those sons
Japanese,
of
that
bitches.
Japanese film crew.
Yeah. Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, that whole thing is fucking bullshit.
Did you guys know Lola's is moving?
I did hear about that.
Oh,
Speaking of-
yeah, I'm glad
Speaking-
we're just breaking something that we're not supposed to talk about.
Oh,
Fair.
okay. I won't talk about it anymore.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, we'll talk about that when the mics are off.
Hey, did you guys know? Shut the fuck up.
Hey, did you know? Here's a nice warm glass of shut the fuck up.
Hey, I heard
supposed to say that.
I heard Magnolia Motor Lounge is closing down.
Yep.
Well, they have to because that whole property's been sold, and they're going to build more apartments and
Yep. And Tulips.
mixed.
Tulips is closing down
No, it's
too.
not. Shut
More
up.
And you know what? Mass is closing. You know what? There's not going to be any venue in Fort Worth.
I heard
They're
Fort
all
Worth is
closing
closing.
down.
They're all closing
Everything's
down.
closing.
Everything's closing.
It's over.
I heard the grotto's coming back. Just kidding.
Yeah. I hope you don't like.
But the ground coming back.
Yeah, maybe it is.
But I heard the
Oh,
double
man.
wide's closing, and I heard
Well, what
I
can
heard
you do?
Three Links is closing,
Everything's
and trees,
closing.
everything's
Except
closing.
for the grotto. It's coming back.
They're
Grotto's
closing
coming
the
back.
day of our show.
Yes. All right. So this weekend, Uncle Toasty. Oh, did I just get a message? Oh shit! You
Yep.
triggered alerts.
Yep.
Thanks,
I've
Jeffrey.
also gotten a few
Appreciate
messages.
it.
I've just got
bro.
messages that were like, "Shut the fuck up."
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shut
same.
up.
So we got shows. I'm gonna have to go back and delete a piece of this. Friday night, Uncle Toasty, the Kush, the Forwards, Wee Beasties, Dead Words, and who else? Who am I missing? Who am I missing?
I think that's it.
Chase, who am I missing?
Forwards.
I
He
said that.
said that.
Go Gorillas.
Go Go
Ah,
Gorillas.
that's the
Gorillas.
one.
That's the one I was missing. At Lola's, Downbeat is at 7 o'clock. Come out, hang out. Let's have some fun. We no longer have to wear masks or worry about COVID anymore, so we can hug each other. Because there's
we'll
a war
share
going
a
on.
straw.
Yeah, we'll all suck out of each other's straws. And then we have Saturday night is at Double Wide in Dallas, and it's with Mother Falcon and Thanksgiving Lights, which is both those bands are badass. I'm so excited about that show.
They're great.
Even if you come out Friday night, come out Saturday night, man. It's new bands.
And it's
gonna be fucking great.
It's the whole weekend.
It's so cool. Just make the weekend. Just come on.
We'll have fun.
Come hang out. Let's do it.
Yeah. I'll give you a hug both nights if you come out both nights.
If you have
Definitely.
cocaine,
I'll let you touch me.
all the better.
Yeah. And then on the 19th is down in Austin. The perfumed inner thigh of Austin sucks everybody in. And that is at the Sagebrush with, you just need to hop online and see that lineup because it's fucking crazy.
Hickoys, Harvey McLaughlin, the Beaumonts.
The Beaumonts are fucking amazing. If you've never
So good.
seen them live,
Yeah, they're good.
I think I've literally seen the Beaumonts live
How do we slide
10
right
or
in front of
11
them?
times.
They're funny.
because they want to get off stage early so they can drink.
Mm-hmm.
But
They're old.
they're
I
headlining.
understand that.
The Beaumonts?
Yeah.
No, I thought Hickoys are headlining.
We were supposed to headline, but I
I thought the
changed
Beaumonts
it for
were.
Joe.
I changed it for somebody that I know.
You didn't change it for me.
not Joe.
I won't say who, but
Well, what time did you change it to?
He made it
11.
earlier because he thought you'd be able to come out.
before the Beaumonts.
Yeah.
Anything for you, Joe.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
I'm not talking about you, Joe.
I'm glad you guys came by.
I didn't know we were headlining. I
Happy
might
anniversary.
Change my plans. Happy anniversary, Dustin.
anniversary.
And Matt.
Yeah, happy anniversary.
everybody. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
It's not the anniversary of us meeting, but it's the anniversary of this room.
Well, we can still we can
celebrate.
still Dutch rudder after the show.
Dock it
Huh?
up.
I guess so.
What?
Yeah. Space docking.
It's like a rusty trombone.
Yep.
But wetter.
Tree dock.
There's poop on there.
Will the Loco Gringos be playing the Sagebrush? I don't
No.
think so. No, I didn't see their name on that flyer.
Nope.
Oh.
I wish though.
Sorry.
Susie's in love with someone in that band.
What about Mango Pancho? Or Pancho?
I don't think
Mango?
they're half those. We can't talk about that band.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't.
All right,
know that
we're
was
out of
off.
here.
Bye.
Thank you guys.
JJT.
Bye.
Yay.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
817. Why can't we talk about them?
Because half the band got cancer.
Wait, which band?
Yeah.
What they do?
Mango Pango?
No.
Mancho Pancho.
I forgot the name of it. It was like a.
The Mancho Pancho.
Play like surf rock kind of.
All right. I got to kill the stream because I got to talk about some things. Good night.
One of his buddies was in it.
What they do?
The Mancho Pancho.